Weekday, you get 2 paddle boards, 2 chairs, a cooler, pop-up tent, and Bluetooth speaker. Oh, and did we mention you also get a $250 gift card to fill up that cooler? Download the Denver Sports app now and enter today. We'll see you at the lake. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, what if next month looked different? What if instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you had one clear payment and money left over for the things that actually matter? If you're a homeowner, that's not a fantasy. American Financing is making it happen. They're not going to judge you. They're here to help you. Everything is more expensive right now, and you're spending more on the basics than ever before. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants will give your paycheck a raise by lowering your debt obligations. Their average customer savings is $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, and you may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there's no upfront fees. There's no obligation. We all want to live without stress. Your home's equity could help you do this. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing you down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh, yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with 1 dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Laying out on a hammock, waking up to birds chirping, and board games with the family.
What? It's not cheating.
Frank, you're scaring the kids.
Oh, come on, guys. We're having fun. It's family time.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming.
Technically, it's a loophole.
It's a children's board game. You're a grown man, Frank.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
SodaDietAndNutrition.com. It's where you need to go, or call them up, 866-800-SODA. Cecil Lammy here, and 5 years ago I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back, never gaining the weight back. Why? Because I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat, and I had a real nutritionist available to me via text whenever I had questions, concerns, or just straight up needed that encouragement. Looking and feeling 10 years younger, you want the same thing? SodaDietAndNutrition.com, 866-800-SODA, because soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 104.3 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 104.3 Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Monday, June 1st. June? Is that possible? What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, ZB? You're all soaking wet. Your back's all red from you protecting your car out there from the hell.
Just starfish. Just starfish on the hood of my car.
Go on without me, Phil.
Oh, my
Start
God.
the show.
God almighty.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm fired up to be here. Had a great weekend, and despite getting caught in that hailstorm, hopefully not too damaging to my vehicle. Be safe out there. Be safe. And the selfishness of people.
The selfishness
of mankind. Clogging the highway so you can stay under the underpass.
But you said you would have done the same exact thing.
Maybe. Oh my gosh. What went through your brain today when quite literally one of the largest trades, like just like of magnitude, not even like picks, but like the reigning defensive player of the year who just broke the all-time NFL single-season sack record moved to the team that's favored to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, Z, I'm sitting there at my kitchen table waiting for you to start prepping for the show, and then we get the news. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This can't be happening. Why in the hell would the Cleveland Browns do something like that and give the Rams more ammunition? And for the Rams, it's like, good on you guys. Finding a trade partner for Verse, finding a way to get Garrett in the building, and now you guys better go out there and win the damn thing. And that's exactly what they're doing. They did that the first time the Rams won a Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford.
Correct.
They were all in. OBJ, Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford was there. A couple other ones. Von Miller.
Von Miller
DJ
was there.
Von the Don was there.
Was Aqib to leave?
No,
there?
that was
that had already passed.
Yeah, that
right?
was already
Okay.
passed. I think the biggest pickup was Von Miller.
Sure.
And Von actually did a really good job during the playoffs.
Oh, he was great.
Of helping that defense out. So the Rams are doing it again. They say, hey, we got an old quarterback that still can do something here, and we want to reward him by making sure this defense is up to par and dominating. And now there is no excuse out there but to go and get it done for the Rams. I'm sitting there thinking for the Denver Broncos, what does this look like? Did we do enough to be able to beat the Rams if it ends up being the Denver Broncos and the Rams in the Super Bowl?
Well, right now my answer would be no based on the information that I have, but we're not just going to fast forward to the Super Bowl, Broncos-Rams, right? There's a long road to get there, and the Rams have to go win, right? I mean, just because you're favored to win the Super Bowl doesn't mean you're going to go and win it or even be in it or even be in the postseason. We see this stuff happen. Look at the Chiefs a year ago. But I will say, man, like that is going all in. It really is. That is truly going all in. And Jared Verse is a hell of a player.
Oh, he is. Young, too. 26 years old. He's getting ready to turn 26 years old, ZB.
See, when he is at the playing his best football, he actually looks like a defensive player of the year candidate. Like he is that level of a player when he has got it going. Fun fact, he started his college career at Albany.
Did he?
Where I used to be the voice of. He transferred. He killed it at Albany, transferred to Florida State, and now he's involved in a mega trade. But honestly, I don't blame the Browns.
No?
If I were the Cleveland Browns, I probably would do the same thing.
Why though? Because we sit here and we reacted, in the basketball world when Luka got traded from the Mavericks.
Yep.
That's kind of how I feel like when it comes to Cleveland Browns and Myles Garrett being the whole team pretty much. He's the face. He's the franchise player on defense for them. He's the face of the Cleveland Browns, and you just gave him up after giving him a contract.
Yeah, so I understand why you would say that, but for football, when there's 22 starters and over 50 guys play on a game day, it's not, basketball. Luka Doncic is not just one of 5 guys who is, on the court, the smallest playing group in all of sports. Just 5 can play at once. That's why I tell parents, you want little Johnny to get a scholarship, don't get him involved in basketball.
No.
It's a numbers game. It's just a numbers game. But I would say, if you're the Browns, are you close? The answer would be no.
No, not even close.
Is Myles Garrett now on the wrong side of 30? Yes, he is. Is his stock ever going to be higher than what it is right now? Probably not. Just broke the all-time sack record. So it's shrewd, but I would have done what they did, honestly, today, because now you have 2 first-round picks for a second consecutive year, and the draft is the lifeblood of an NFL organization, and if you're not far, man, you need young, cheap talent, and you need high-end talent, and you're not going to get higher than multiple first-round picks. Plus, you get in return a young, awesome player who probably, from an age standpoint, fits more inside of your timeline. So, again, doesn't mean that, Myles Garrett is the best defensive player I think I've ever seen. I mean, the guy is an absolute animal. But because of all those reasons, I probably would have pulled the trigger like Cleveland did today.
Yeah, I mean, and for the Rams, it's like, hey, like I said earlier, great job on doing this. Great job of showing your quarterback, showing your team, the veterans on your team, that you want to win now and that you're willing to do whatever it takes, giving up first-round draft picks, future first-round draft picks, so that you can win now. That's what it's all about. And for a player, you respect that. You want that. And for the Denver Broncos, it's like, did we do enough? Now, you say you don't know if it's enough now after what the Rams did and they made that huge trade here with Garrett. I don't know, Z. I think with the Denver Broncos, they're in a great position to where it's like we didn't have to do a mega trade. Now, if you want to, you can always do a mega trade, but it's like we have all our guys are young and hungry when it comes to the Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito, and we also, in our own way, did a big-time trade by adding Jalen Waddle. Right?
Sure.
It's like we shored up what we thought was our weakest spot was at the receiver position to help Cortland out, and so now we have 2 dynamic receivers to help our young quarterback out, and he's our future. And so, maybe that for them, it's like we're all in, we're good, we're peaches and cream over here, baby.
And that's why I shoehorn the statement in with the information that I have now. I have not seen a championship offense under Sean Payton. I just haven't. And with the Rams, I see it. I mean, it's so obvious. You don't it's just right there. It's like a pop-up book. It's right in your face how dynamic their offense can be. I have to pass this along to you. There's another blockbuster trade that just went down.
Oh, come on.
The Eagles are trading Pro Bowl wide receiver A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots for a 2028 first-round pick, a 2027 fifth-round pick. That is the better of New England's 2 fifth-round picks. The deal has been speculated on for weeks. Diana Rossini, first to have this. Just kidding.
Look at you.
And so Brown and Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel, I'm sorry, A.J. Brown and Mike Vrabel reuniting there in New England. And obviously, the Patriots and the Rams are both on the Denver Broncos schedule, and both tasks are now taller than they were when we woke up this morning.
Oh, man, the drama. And when it comes to the Denver Broncos, it's like, what team is this impacting more when it comes to the Rams or the Patriots playing the Broncos? It's going to be the Patriots because the Patriots are on this side of the conference. So now it's like, okay, when you're battling for that number 1 seed, the Patriots are stacking up receivers. They have a really good defense. They have a really good quarterback, just like the Denver Broncos. It's going to be hard. If the Broncos think they're going to win and they have that number 1 seed, they're going to have to get through the Patriots, and they're going to have to stay healthy, man.
Man, what a day in the NFL. And we knew, this is why we say, if it's a post-June 1st trade, the dynamics on these trades, they change. And so you have Myles Garrett. Let's step out of the Broncos for a second, just league-wide. What is a bigger trade?
I'm going to go with the Myles Garrett.
Because this is one team that was just in the Super Bowl, adding a number 1 receiver, and it's another team that's favored to win the Super Bowl that just added an edge rusher.
I mean, edge rushers, Z. I know receivers matter. All right, prima donnas, you guys matter. I know that. But you're talking about a play-making edge rusher that will change a game for you. Playing against Myles Garrett is scary to do, man. Now, he'll turn it on and off. There's some times where he'll take a break.
Yeah.
But then when he's on and you make him mad and he knows that he has to go out there and hunt, he is going to do that. And now you're pairing him up with one of the better offenses in the league, with one of the better quarterbacks in the league. That's going to keep him off the field because they're going to make plays and drive down the field. And when they score a touchdown, you get to bring in that defense to help out. Oh, it's Myles Garrett and them, Z.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so, too. I just right now, despite the Rams not getting as far as the Patriots did a year ago, I still find myself holding the Rams in higher regard and still having questions about New England and the sustainability of that season that they had. All right, we'll circle back to these, but that is big-time news just coming down. A.J. Brown traded to the New England Patriots on the heels of a blockbuster Myles Garrett to the Los Angeles Rams. All right, we'll circle back to that later in the afternoon, but first, things are getting kind of weird on the Avs front. We'll dive into it next.
Parents, looking for a fun way to get your kid active this summer?
Are you kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp is back. Brought to you by Walmart. Saturday, June 27th at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium. Your child, ages 8 to 14, will learn the fundamentals of football in a safe, hands-on environment from people who played the game at the highest level. We're talking former Denver Broncos Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, and Brandon Stokely, along with a trusted coaching staff from Denver South. And every dollar raised goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. So your family is giving back just by showing up. Sign up today at DenverSports.com/camp. That's DenverSports.com/camp.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. AdvancedHair.com.
When you own your own business, you own every decision.
Catch the red eye or take the 6 a.m.
Make a new hire or promote internally.
Celebrate a win with the toast at the gate or unwind at the lounge. Big props to this team.
Some decisions are a win-win, like earning 8 times points on Chase Travel. Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business, the business card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Summer has officially arrived. What's up, guys? It's Zach here. 5280 Exteriors wants to help you get your home ready before the seasons change. All June long, when you purchase a whole house of siding, you'll get free gutter guards, a limited time offer designed to protect your home and your wallet. Don't wait, guys. Book your project now and enjoy stunning new siding before fall weather rolls in. Visit 5280exteriors.com to schedule your free estimate. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Don't care for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they have one of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now that's ending June 3rd, a government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. This has SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Open for bidding right now only at rollerauction.com.
The National Weather Service in Denver has issued a tornado warning for south central Adams County in northeastern Colorado, western Arapahoe and central Arapahoe County in northeastern Colorado until 3:15 p.m. At 2:29 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 5 miles east of Aurora, or 16 miles east of Denver, moving northeast at 15 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Eastern Aurora, Manila Village, and Watkins. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
That's rollerauction.com.
Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux boxes. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Freezes and specialty drinks not included. Tax extra.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Stay safe out there, everyone. We got some hail going on, tornado warnings in certain parts of Arapahoe County. So just be aware, be mindful, and be safe. All right, things are getting a little bit weird on the Colorado Avalanche front. Holy smokes. Here we are on a Monday. We have no news on Jared Bednar, and what I think is just as weird, and I think that it's related, is we have no news on the end of the season press conference, despite the season ending a week ago.
Well, I thought you told everybody no news is good news. Are you still thinking that this is good news for Jared Bednar? Because I know I'm with you. It's fishy. Like, why aren't we having an press conference?
End of season.
End of season press conference. Because we want to talk. We want to get our feelings out. We want to know what's getting ready to happen next. What's the future looking like for Jared Bednar if he returns, for someone like Chris McFarland, where there's a bunch of rumors going around that somebody might be trying to poach him. Josh Kroenke, if he decides to show up to the press conference with Sakic, like, how did they feel about this season? Like, this is why you do these things.
Yeah, I can't make heads and tails of it, honestly. I don't know what to think because I was certain that if we came in here and we didn't have news on Jared Bednar, then he's safe. Of course, right? But that came with the assumption in my own mind's eye that we were going to have the press conference information. The fact that and again, this is very unusual. It's actually bordering on the bizarre that you're a week from your season ending and we haven't got that email from the Colorado Avalanche. Hey, tomorrow there's going to be a press conference, 1:30 in the afternoon, 11 a.m., atrium of Ball Arena, whatever. And I don't know. I don't know. And so in terms of Bednar specifically, I still think it's in play for him to be shown the door. I don't think it's a high likelihood, but I think that door still is open, and I think that it has to do with Josh Kroenke's weekend. I really do. And maybe, they had the parade yesterday. They had the game in Budapest on Saturday. This may be one of these where, I don't even want to say it, but is it I don't know. I don't know.
Just it's confusing right now because it's make up your mind. If you guys don't want to go with Jared Bednar, just say you don't want to go with him. And maybe they are, and they're trying to find the perfect match. Maybe they're trying to find this guy out there that's going to commit to the Colorado Avalanche, and they're just waiting on him to say he wants to be the next head coach. Maybe, and I was listening to the Stink earlier, and Stink might be the new hockey guy. He might be on to something here. Maybe they're trying to get an extension done with Jared Bednar, and that's why it's taking so long. You get into extension talks.
Man.
Both sides, you got to agree to something, and maybe it's been postponed because they want to get that done. I mean, Jared Bednar just had a great year as a head coach, Z. He had a great year. Now you have to take away the
It wasn't
playoffs.
a great year. It
Why
wasn't a great
not?
year because they didn't win the Stanley Cup.
Well, come
was
on.
it cup or bust? Was it cup or bust?
It was cup or bust.
Okay, so it
But
can't be a great year.
How many cups have the Colorado Avalanche won in their once they land here in Denver? How many
3.
cups? Okay. You know how hard it is to win the cup? You know that.
I got it, but when the goal is the cup and we're saying cup or bust and you don't win the cup and you don't reach the Stanley Cup final, we can't say that it was a great year.
Well, it was a great regular season.
Wait, hold on a second. You last week you called it a failure,
It
and now
is
you're calling it a great
it's
year.
a
How
failure.
can those two things live in the same universe?
Because now we're talking about contracts. We're talking about what more was the man supposed to do if you don't get
win the Stanley Cup.
Okay, but you're asking that man for a lot when he's not the one on the ice.
You're the favorite to do it. No. In this,
so we're talking about extensions for this man.
With this conversation specifically, we're talking about Bednar. Of course, it was a failure on the players' behalf too. But you not reaching the Cup finals is a failure.
So the man should be fired for what those guys on the ice, which we both agree.
I'm not saying he should be fired.
The players should take most of the blame for.
I'm not saying he should be fired. I'm definitely open to a new voice here, and I really think you need to explore it in dedicated fashion. Look under every stone. Don't leave any unturned. But I'm not sitting on the hill dying saying fire Jared Bednar. But you can't call it a great year for Jared Bednar when you don't win the Stanley Cup. The season does not end when the regular season ends. The real season begins when the regular season ends. So, great year, cannot co-sign that statement. Cannot co-sign it.
So
you think it was a great year?
So obviously Jared Bednar needs to go ahead and lace them skates up, put a helmet on, and try to help these guys win physically too, right? Not just the X's and O's. Even when LOC went out there and told the world that they didn't stick with the game plan that Jared Bednar put together, it's on my man Jared Bednar, and he should be the guy showing out the door.
Wait, but he doesn't wear part of this?
He does definitely wear part of it. But so does Chris McFarland.
Sure.
Sakic, everybody wears some part of this.
Sure.
So, why can't an extension be in the air with him?
Not that it can't, but in some ways I think that would be not more surprising than him getting let go, but I don't know, man. You have not won a round past the second round in 8 of the 9 years. And I just, I'm at my wit's end with it. I don't know.
So would you rather go
They've
go
changed
to
everything.
next year, Z, with a head coach? Let's just say it's his first year head coach.
No.
Because that's something that Kroenke has done, and we talked about it on Friday.
Yeah, 4 of the 5 coaches that they've hired since moving to Denver have been first-time head coaches.
So would you rather go with a first-year head coach or Jared Bednar again?
Jared Bednar. But it doesn't have to, there can be some space in between those two extremes. You
still have to ask yourself, are those coaches better than Jared Bednar?
It might not even be about who's better. Jared Bednar is an awesome coach. Just like Michael Malone was an awesome coach, but sometimes you get to the end of an era and it's like, okay, like this is clearly no longer working. The Avs have been Cup favorites every single year since they won it and since before they won it. And they got it done once, and it was great and legendary, but the rest of this era has been defined by collapse. And that's the hard truth. And here's what I know. And we can agree on this. We can finish with some agreement. It's weird that we're a week out from the season ending and that press conference hasn't been announced.
Definitely. The extension must be coming.
Maybe. Or maybe this is about Chris McFarland.
Maybe. Oh, Chris McFarland, maybe he wants out too.
All right, let us know how you think about this conversation. Maybe we can read some of those on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043, or you can hit us up on our YouTube chat presented by Sean Ponda. All right, Russell Wilson calls it a career. He reflected about his time in Denver. Also, what's the answer to the biggest question facing Russell Wilson post-career? That's next.
It's the ultimate showdown for a great cause.
Setting up the ultimate gold medal showdown.
On June 11th, Brandon Stokely goes head-to-head with Zach By in 100 Holes for Kids. 100 holes of golf. It's a one-day event all to raise money for Recruiting Classroom, whose mission it is to help kids play sports. Who will raise the most? That's where you come in. Pick your player, make your donation, and help kids win. To support Brandon Stokely, head to StokelyCares.com. To support Zach By, head to ZachCares.com.
Dan Jacobs with the tale of two cousins. They were both in the same accident. One cousin said she didn't need a lawyer. And when the insurance company offered her $3,000 and said they would pay all of her medical bills, that cousin was very upset because she cashed that check. And when the medical bills kept coming in, the insurance company was long gone. The other cousin called 303-LAW-4040. She was offered $30,000. And when we said no way, the judge used scare tactics trying to get her to accept the lowball offer. That's where a lot of lawyers will try and get their clients to cave in, but not us. We said that's fine. We'll tell her story to a jury. Before we could even get up and walk out of the room, that case settled for $1.1 million. That cousin was very happy. The insurance companies work for their shareholders. At 303-LAW-4040, we work for you. You don't have to feel guilty about asking for what's fair. We hope you never need us, but accidents do happen, so go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303-LAW-4040.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Deck Builders has been building the highest quality decks for over a decade. With me is their owner, Ron Gibbous. You use only the best materials to handle all of Colorado's elements.
At least 90% of the time, our customers want composite decking, which is warranted for 30 years. So it's not going to rot, it's not going to freeze, and it's going to look good. And we use a custom rail builder that fabricates them in a shop, brings them, and installs them on site. So they're stronger than any rails that you can buy from a normal lumber yard.
Start dreaming about your outdoor living space. Denver Deck Builders. Go to ddbonthefan.com.
It's home selling season. And what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Low ball offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with an Orchard agent. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale. Their local agents help you sell on market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then, once you're settled in, your Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one customer said. I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing, which was amazing. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
For 90 years, Belco Credit Union has proudly called Colorado home. That's thanks to all our members who have helped us grow alongside our beautiful state. To celebrate our anniversary, Belco is offering a special low fixed rate on a new home equity choice line advance. If you've been waiting to start a new home renovation project, now's the perfect time. Go to belco.org/90 years to see full offer details. Equal housing opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. All loans subject to approval. Belco. Banking for everyone.
The playoffs bring out the teams that perform when the pressure is highest and every possession matters. When you're bidding an electrical project, you don't want a streaky shooter. You want a team with a 40-year winning record. That's Piper Electric. From commercial construction to EV charging, fire alarms, power distribution, and preventative maintenance, their electricians are safety-driven, highly skilled, and ready for complex environments. So when your project goes out for bids, take the high percentage shot. Visit piperelectric.com.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 104.3 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Russell Wilson called it a career over the weekend, and I have a piece of audio from Russ, actually from very recently, over the weekend, talking about his experience with the Denver Broncos. All right, we'll get to that here. And then one big picture question about Russell Wilson post-career. We'll get to that here in just a second. But before we do, is your kid interested in picking up the game of football? Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan for our third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp. It's this month, June 27th on a Saturday. Denver South High School All-City Stadium. Children aged 8 to 14 get hands-on coaching from Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, Brandon Stokely, as well as a staff of coaches from Denver South. All proceeds benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. For more information and to register your child, head to denversports.com/camp. All right, I'm sure you saw, Phil, Russell Wilson hanging it up.
Unlimited. Mr. Russell Wilson, man. I mean, I was actually shocked. I thought Russ would have gave it one more crack. Said, you know what? There's going to be a team that needs a quarterback, a veteran quarterback. There always is. Somebody goes down at the quarterback position. You want to get a vet in there. And so I thought Russ was going to try to chase at least one more championship, at least try to. Instead, he's going a different direction, which good for him. Good for him, reading the room and saying it's time for me to hang it up. Maybe Aaron Rodgers needs to do it. And supposedly Aaron Rodgers is going to be done after this year.
Yeah.
But who knows? We know that man loves drama. But for what Russell Wilson did, I'm proud of him. Right? It's like moving on to the next step in your life, understanding that no team probably wants you anymore. You're not going to just stick around and force your way in. Just go and live life. You made enough money. You've done enough in the league. Some really, really great things and some other things that are questionable, but that's part of life.
Well, he's still going to make a bunch of money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's going to be on the set of CBS with James Brown, Nate Burleson, Bill Cowher. He did the little demo during the season, and I was surprised with how well he came off.
So you liked it?
I did. I'm not a huge Russell Wilson fan, but the way that he came off, it was like there's a normal person somewhere in there. And he's created this robotic reputation for himself that I thought was going to be really hard to shake. But just one day in that studio, I'm like, you want to know what? He's more of a natural at this than I thought. My guess is if this is what he wants to do, he'll have a sports media career for many, many, many years from now. This was him on a podcast very recently talking about his experience with the Denver Broncos, Bussin' with the Boys podcast. This was Russ reflecting.
The history of being in Denver, like, it was challenging. I tore 90% of my lat on my right side trying to throw, but it was hard, bro. It was like I was bad every throw. But like, I'm a competitor. I'm old school. I believe that the quarterback's supposed to be on the field no matter what the circumstances are. The unfortunate part is we lost like 9 games by like 5-6 points or less, which like in Seattle we always won them. But okay, you go through that first year and it is what it is. And then here comes Sean Payton. I'm super excited about that. Like, we're having candlelit dinners and watching film together, Red Zone, this, that, and the other, just sitting there like in his office, like everything's going great. And all of a sudden, I think I'm second in the AFC or second in the NFL in touchdown passes, but our record's not very good. And then all of a sudden we got on a hot streak, and like we felt like we were one of the hotter teams in football. And I felt like I was like, I'm me again fully. There's a tricky situation where they want to make a business decision and say, we're going to bench you for the rest of your last 9 games if you don't change your injury guarantee. I'm like, wait, what? I remember playing Monday Night Football. They said, okay, you're going to play this game. Like, am I going to play the next ones? They're like, we don't know. We've got on a hot streak. We've started to beat these teams. So like, wait, what do you mean? So like, I remember making a double spin move, going to the back corner to Cortland Sutton, 4th down. He makes a crazy catch. And I just remember, I don't really ever talk, shit. And I'm like, and I remember coming to the sideline. I was like, you must not know me, and there's really only one person I'm talking to in that moment, But you know what's crazy is that like, man, I wouldn't trade any of that because of the relationships, the people that I got to be close with. They obviously have Bo now, who's done an amazing job. Stayed in touch with him a little bit, and just I don't have any jealousy in my heart. It's like, man, go shine, bro. Like this, that, and the other. And I think the big part of it is when you give to others is always a return back to you.
All right.
Why you sound like that? All right. That was great mentor for Bo, right? They still keep in touch. I love it.
Oh my gosh. He covered a lot of ground there.
He did.
What was your takeaway?
The biggest takeaway is obviously Sean and Russ at the beginning of their relationship. It was good. It was good. They were having dinner together. They were coming up with a game plan, candlelit, right?
Dinners.
So it was very intimate. And as time went on, obviously Sean got tired of Russ. Russ got tired of Sean. They wanted him to change the injury settlement on his contract. He didn't want to do that. We all know that, right?
Yep.
We know that story. And the rest was history. And now you have your quarterback and your head coach butting heads. The whole locker room knows.
Oh, yeah.
And they feel the friction. And so you're not winning games if your quarterback and your head coach are on the same page and they don't like each other. And that's pretty much what I'm getting out of it is they didn't like each other. They still don't like each other.
Yeah, he also talked, he said, I don't know about the percentages, but he said he tore 80 to 90% of his lat. I'm like, oh, that's extreme.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And he said, we're losing these games. My numbers were good. We were losing these games, but, we're barely losing these games,
Yeah.
Just coming up short. You also lost the game by 50 mixed somewhere in there. But, look, I think that Russ's version of this story, and he's right when he says, he points to the numbers. His numbers, like the raw numbers, the counting numbers on paper, like were pretty solid. They were good.
They were better than Patrick Mahomes. If we remember, right? We were going back and forth like Russell Wilson's numbers are better than Patrick Mahomes, but it's still Patrick Mahomes and he was winning games and Russell Wilson wasn't.
Right. And but what doesn't get mentioned with that is just how terrible the offense was when Russell Wilson wasn't throwing those touchdowns. It was so up and down and so boom or bust that you could make whatever argument that you wanted to make, right? I remember Robert Griffin saying, I've watched every single throw of Russell Wilson this year. He's been great. Like, I'm like, no, you haven't. Because it was like, it would be like 4 bad drives and then there'd be a touchdown.
Boom or bust.
And honestly, that has carried on past Russell Wilson. Even with Bo Nix, the up and down boomer bust nature with the Broncos offense, they're still trying to iron this out.
So what are you saying? It's not a Russ problem? It's a Sean problem?
No, they definitely had a Russell Wilson problem for sure. I mean, they draft a rookie who's never played in the NFL, and they were 10-7 and in the playoffs in his first season.
But there's context to that one, ZB, when your defense is doing what it did that first year for Bo.
Sure.
Remember? And then
sure.
Even last year for Bo. And then I'm not taking anything from Bo. I mean, Bo did his part. But remember, Bo struggled those first 4 games.
He was bad. He was the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Exactly. And so it's like, hey, there has to be a little bit of Sean Payton, like, this is your fault too. It's not just Russ. Sure, Sean, especially when it comes to Sean's offense.
Sure. Yeah. There's no doubt. Is Russell Wilson, at the end of the day, is Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer?
He's a Hall of Famer. I'm glad you didn't say first ballot Hall of Famer. Russ will get into the Hall of Fame. First ballot, like, hey, sure thing? No. Because he doesn't have the individual accolades, right? He doesn't have that MVP. That's what he's missing. But he does have a Super Bowl. He's been to 2. He went back-to-back, actually, and messed it up. Him and Pete Carroll messed it up for Marshawn Lynch having 2 Super Bowls because they decided to throw the ball at the 1-yard line, and Butler picks it off for the New England Patriots.
Worst in-game decision I've ever seen.
Like, come on, man. But guess what? It's Russ. He's feeling himself. He's a quarterback. He wants to be the one everybody talks about. It backfired on his butt. But with that being said, He will go to the Hall of Fame because of his numbers. All right, rushing numbers as a quarterback. He's top 5 as a rusher, as a quarterback, doing that thing. He's very efficient throughout his career. So, yeah, Z, I believe he will become a Hall of Famer. He is just going to have to wait. What you thinking, man?
Yeah, I think he's going to ultimately be a Hall of Famer. But like you said, he's going to have to wait. Had he continued on his the initial 10-year arc, he would have been a slam dunk first ballot, but he fell off so hard. It's one of the biggest fall-offs I think we've ever seen in NFL history, and unfortunately, he had a Bronco logo on his helmet for that fall spiral, really. But ultimately, with the passing of time, we will remember what a magician he was in the Pacific Northwest for a decade. And a decade's a decade. A Super Bowl's a Super Bowl. So, yeah, I ultimately think he gets in. Okay. The Broncos are back on the field tomorrow, and our eyes will all drift to one guy. We'll get there next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Next up, North Glen. June 12th from 2 to 6 at the Glen Bar and Grill.
There was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for Homestrong. When something's going wrong at or below the ground, Homestrong is the best in town. Family-owned, more than 20 years in the foundation and concrete industry, and the most experienced crews in the state of Colorado. Their inspectors are highly trained, and your inspection and quote are free. So if you see any drywall cracks, foundation cracks, water issues, cold, wet crawl space, pick up the phone, call Homestrong. They do it all. Foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, egress windows, concrete lifting, even full basement conversions. A lifetime transferable warranty on most of their work, guys, plus financing is available. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose by treating people, not just patients. With innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care, guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal. At Common Spirit Health, clinical excellence lives here. Human kindness lives here. Learn more at mountain.commonspirit.org.
What if you had the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Thanks to Xfinity's summer savings event, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through June 15th, get gig Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 years with equipment and unlimited data included. No strings, no commitments, and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected online from threats. Plus, you can even try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions applies, requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account, taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required, speeds vary, use of fiber, coaxial cable.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Don't care for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years. And they have one of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now that's ending June 3rd. A government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. This has SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Open for bidding right now only at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
We've got unbelievable prices on appliances this Memorial Day. Hi, I'm Brad Barnett, president and founder of Mountain High Appliance. We're talking stainless dishwashers starting at just $369, chest freezers for $199, or an entire stainless steel kitchen for only $19.99. Plus, we'll match any local competitor's price. Hurry in, Memorial Day savings are going on now at Mountain High Appliance. Visit us today and experience the difference.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute.
Here we go.
Hanging out with you here on a Monday. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. Fun conversation about Russell Wilson. Now, it was pointed out on the RamosLaw.com text line that at the end of that clip that we played, he's talking about how it always works when you give back to others. This was someone who got exposed. Their charity was stealing 75 cents of every dollar.
I was thinking about you when he said that, Z.
Why didn't you mention it?
I mean, usually you do.
Like, it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Wait, Zach, that actually makes more sense. He's like, yeah, I did this charity thing and I made a bunch of money from it.
Yes.
That's why I did it, right?
Oh my gosh.
Give him back.
You can't make it up. We spent some time in that first hour talking about Jared Bednar and his job status and the uncertainty there. And that generated quite a bit of response on the RamosLaw.com text line as well. Someone says, imagine failing at your job and they want to give you an extension. Where do I sign up?
Well, this is the thing, right? As fans, yes, we look at it as a failure. Like, but we're sitting our asses here eating Cheerios and Oreos and everything else, and we got to watch these guys go to work and do it, right? For Jared Bednar, he can only do so much. He tried to put different lineups together and pairings together. He switched the goalie multiple times, and we were upset with him when Bednar switched Blackwood out and put Wedgie out and put Blackwood in there in the Wilds game, just for them just for Bednar to put Wedgie back in there. Then took Wedgie out against the Vegas Golden Knights and put Blackwood in there, which Blackwood did a good job. What more did we want that man to do? Yes, we wanted him to win a cup. But you have Nathan McKinnon, who we sat here and pound the table that he needs to be an MVP. Kale, which, by the way, it seems like in 2 years, Kale kind of goes MIA, whether it's an injury or just didn't perform at the highest level he needed to, which I'm talking about last year.
Yeah, last year he was
against the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, he was not the best version of himself last year.
No, so it's like, but he's a great player. Right? You got Netches there. That was really quiet. Brock Nelson.
National Weather Service in Denver has issued a tornado warning for south central Adams County in northeastern Colorado, central Arapahoe County in northeastern Colorado until 3:45 p.m. At 3:02 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Bennett, or 26 miles east of Denver, moving northeast at 15 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado and 2-inch hail. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Bennett, Strasburg, and Byers. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a well-built building away from windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
First round.
Yeah.
Like, it's more open than the Denver Nuggets window is.
The Nuggets window is shut.
A lot more, and you can say that actually right
it's
now.
Shut. I mean, we both watched the Spurs OKC game.
The Denver Nuggets aren't close to what we saw over the weekend. Not close. Not close. And you talk about a young team, the most ahead of schedule team in the history of the NBA.
Come on, man.
I mean, like, we've never seen this ever.
Crazy.
And but no, the Avs window is more open than that. But at the same time, it's not that open. Like, we have to be sober about this and have these sobering conversations. You got swept.
So tell me this:
by a team that's now beaten you 8 consecutive postseason games.
So why do you feel like the window's not that open? If you feel that way, it's because of the players, not the coach. It's the players.
Well, they have awesome players, but the coach matters a lot. And Jared Bednar's been a very good coach for this organization, arguably the best coach that they've ever had. But at a certain point, when you fail repeatedly, over and over and over, like, I don't know. I don't know, Phil. They won a Stanley Cup a long time ago.
They did.
That was 2022. Their next opportunity to be in the postseason will be 2027. And yes, we did see that type of gap between 96 and 01. But I'm not letting that be my source of optimism, something that happened, 25 years ago. I'm just not. So,
but it also it should tell you how reality is with sports, but like, let's just say hockey specifically, how hard it is to win a damn cup. We've had so many great players that wore a Colorado Avalanche sweater.
Sure.
And yet we only have three championships,
right?
With the Colorado Avalanche. That's insane to think.
It is insane, and it's wildly difficult. But it would be more easier to reconcile falling short if you lost 3-2 in overtime in a Game 6. If you pushed it, dude, they couldn't push Game 5.
Yeah.
So like, it's one of these things where it's like, okay, you got out of the second round. That was great because you hadn't done that for 7 of the last 8 years, only to get swept. And so when you're looking, like, we just saw it, like, the Avs were just on the wrong end of a coaching change that inspired a run to the Stanley Cup final. And we've seen it in the past. Craig Berube, we saw it. And they go in the, so like, I think that after a long time, voices can get stale.
No doubt.
And I think that could be happening here. They're not. I don't think they're moving on from Nathan McKinnon or Cale McCarr,
No.
and maybe they do from Netchus. I just don't think so. So I don't know. We collectively said for 7 months. They're a wagon, some version of that. They're a steamroller. They're a juggernaut. Look at this. This is the deepest team. And then they fall flat. And it's like, well, that was the same group that we were just crowning. Did they get bad like overnight? Is it just about the matchup? Can you just not play Vegas? Just like you just couldn't play Dallas? Just like you can't, like, don't go to a Game 7? Like,
but and it's coming from a player myself. That is on the damn players to make that decision. Dude, do you want to keep playing or do you want to get swept? Like, you could put this perfect plan together, but if you don't execute, which the Colorado Avalanche did not execute. Even through the playoffs, there was a couple times where, like, man, they could have had, let's just say the Kings game, they could have had 4 or 5 goals, and yet they come away with 2. Or 2, and one's an empty netter.
Yeah.
Right? It's because they did not execute. In this game, when you need your players to come up, your star players to shine the most and the brightest, they did not do it yet again. Just like last year against the Dallas Stars, they did not shine the brightest when they needed to. And that's not on Jared Bednar. That is on Nathan McKinnon and Kel and Marty Netjes, who are going to get paid a lot of money to be out there making damn plays. That's my take on it.
Well, we're kind of chasing our tail here.
Your tail's cut off.
We're kind of chasing our tail with this conversation, but the reason why it's still relevant is because we're a week out from the season ending, and we still don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
that is confusing. All right, back to bringing some order to the show. The Broncos are back on the field tomorrow, and I guess I'll speak for myself. I don't want to speak to you, but if I'm out there, my eyes go one place, and that is right to Jalen Waddle.
I love it.
Really, like, not his like official debut in a like game, but it'll be the first time that we see Jalen Waddle on a football field wearing Denver Broncos gear, catching passes, unfortunately, from Jarrett Stidham and Sam Ellinger. But yeah, in terms of like priority of the pecking order, like in human interest out there tomorrow, for me, Jalen Waddle's number 1.
I'm gonna keep it with the coaches. I'm gonna go Davis Webb.
Sure.
If I'm out there and I'm looking, of course we're looking at the players. That's all we ever do is look at the players. But Davis Webb, how does he interact with the players? How does he coach when he's coaching the receivers, the running backs? How fast does he get the play in, even with Sam Ellinger and Stidham? Right? How does he react when something goes wrong? Does he scream? Does he yell? Is he taking his quarterbacks to the side? The rhythm of the practice offensively. Like, that's what I want to see. All right, how much respect do the players have? Does Sean Payton have for Davis Webb? That's what I would be looking for.
Yeah, that's definitely of interest. I just don't know what we're gonna learn. Yeah, no, I think we could learn something from Davis Webb tomorrow.
Because if you're really detailed on everything you do and what you notice, but we all notice one thing during camp: how much of a teacher Sean Payton is.
Totally.
He is gonna stop practice. He is gonna walk through stuff. He is gonna make sure he's very detailed when he's explaining what he wants done. Now that Sean Payton, and I know he's a part of it, and he's gonna still teach. But does Davis Webb do something like that as well? Does he become more of a teacher? Does he stop certain things knowing that, hey, like, I need this to be smooth. I need to get through to you guys, and I need to walk through stuff, and I need to explain what I want done. Do we see Davis Webb being more vocal? Because I've never really listened to Davis Webb.
No, that's a good point. I wouldn't be able to tell what his voice sounds like.
No, and so it's like, does he take that next step in his coaching career where it's like, this is my offense. This is how you run it. I'm taking command. I'm taking control. This is what I want done.
Yeah. Do the Denver Broncos, not a duo, but do they have a top 5 wide receiver room right now?
You know what, Z? How could they not? I mean, they have Jalen Waddle, who, when he is healthy and everything around him is
he's a top what?
I say
Waddle's a top what?
I say he's top 5.
Top 5 receiver?
Yeah, when he's healthy. We have to remember, man, he was on a dysfunctional team where you had Tyreek Hill. He was sharing time with Tyreek Hill, so he had to take a backseat to Tyreek Hill. You had Tua that was going through emotional problems and brain problems. All right, the coaching staff.
Brain problems, wow.
They was.
Yeah. True.
The Miami Dolphins were very dysfunctional just as a team. And so for Waddle, when you're getting open but you're not getting targeted because Tua's not finding you or he's getting sacked because their offensive line's not good, it seems like you're regressing. You're getting worse. And you can either get better or you're getting worse. Nothing ever stays the same. But in this offense, Jalen Waddle is getting ready to thrive, and you guys are going to see what I got to see personally with my own eyes as I'm in the huddle. Tua's giving a play, and we're playing against the Carolina Panthers, and Waddle says, Tua, get me the ball. I'm going to get open for you. Trust me. Break the huddle. He gets a play. It's like a 15-yard in. And right there in the middle, he catches the ball, and he streaks down the field for another 30 yards. That's Jalen Waddle for you when he has confidence and he has a quarterback that can get him the ball. He's a top 5 receiver, ZB.
He's an awesome receiver, but he's not top 5.
Why not?
So I hate
Why not?
Hate to burst that bubble.
Who's 5 for you?
He's not better than See,
what are you stuttering now? Tell me.
You're gonna get me to try to sound like I don't like Jalen Waddle. I do, but he's not a top 5 receiver. I didn't think you were gonna say that.
ZB loves the kids. ZB loves Waddle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Okay.
Right. He's not better than.
No, he's not.
JSN. He's not better than Puka. He's not better than George Pickens.
Huh?
George Pickens just went for over 1,400 yards.
Yeah, but he was in an offense that was thriving, and you had CeeDee Lamb on the other side. You put Waddle with CeeDee Lamb, Waddle's going for over 1,000 yards too, Z.
I'm talking about over 1,400.
Hey, Waddle will do that for you.
Waddle's going over 1,400?
Hands down.
Okay, I can't go there. But you can have him. Take him off. JSN.
Yes.
Puka.
Okay.
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is a bad boy. I cannot deny that.
Okay. CeeDee Lamb.
I like Waddle over CeeDee.
Stop it.
I like Waddle
Stop
over
it.
CeeDee.
Just
I do.
Stop it. Stop.
You're looking at Waddle without.
Do you like him over Justin Jefferson as well?
No.
All right, so there's
4.
There's the 5
4 for me.
There's the 5.
5 for you.
Stop. But I think he's somewhere somewhere like 8, 9, 10, 11. Something like that.
8, 9, 10, and 11.
8, 9, 10, 11.
That's
insane. Awesome. That's amazing.
That's disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
I could see him being like, hey, 6, maybe 7, but you went 8, 9, 10, or 11.
Something like that.
No.
I think that's all. He's a top 10 wide receiver.
I'll tell you what, man. Mark this down.
He's a top 10 wide receiver.
When we go and see him during camp, and that man is ready to go, and you see that separation, and you see that determination, you're going to come back and say, hey, Jalen Waddle's a top 5 receiver.
I'm not going there. But it's semantics. You think he's top 5. I think he's top 10. He's really good. Broncos room together is what? Top what?
I'm going to say top 6.
Okay.
Top 6.
Okay.
I won't put him in the top 5.
I like
Portland's
that.
getting older. I know that you would have, a fit. You'd be throwing a temper tantrum if I put him in top 5. So I'm going to say top 6, ZB.
Yeah, I think it's realistic, and I think it's fair.
Good dynamic between Waddle and Cortland, different body types, different things that they do best. You have Court, big body receiver, 50-50 balls, will break tackles, great on third downs, as we know. And for Waddle, he's gonna be able to stretch that football field, can do every single route in the route tree, screens, can break that tackle as well. So they're going to feed off of each other. And Bo Nix should have a successful year. As long as everybody stays healthy, there is no excuse for Bo Nix this year. He should get to 4,000 yards passing with this elite receiver room that's at least top 6. You add Marvin Mims, Pat Bryant, Evan Ingram. There's no excuse.
No, there isn't. And I actually wanted to talk about those guys as well. Let's just start with Courtland Sutton. Since Emmanuel Sanders moved on from the Denver Broncos back in Week 8 of the 2019 season, Sutton has been the Broncos' clear, unequivocal number 1. There hasn't even really been a debate of someone that would usurp him for that title. And now things are different for Sutton. Is Sutton a definitive number 2, or do the Broncos have 2 number 1s?
Right now, I'm going to say the Broncos have 2 number 1s. Now, that will change.
How do they have 2 number 1s if the Broncos have a top 5 wide receiver?
They're top, because if I go top 5, I'm going to have to hear you cry. You're not top 5. So I went top 6.
Well, you just told me
I said
the Broncos
top
had a
6.
top 5. No, they have a top 5 wide receiver, though.
They do, Jalen Waddle.
So
I said, but just because, hold up now. Just because Waddle is a top 5 receiver doesn't mean Courtland's not a number 1 receiver in this league.
Wait, so
we're talking about like elite. No, but you can still be a number 1 receiver
on the Denver Broncos. Is he a number 2, or do they have co-number 1s?
They have co-number 1s. See,
I'm putting your ass in a corner today.
They have 2 number 1s, but
you told me one guy's top 5.
He is top 5. But the reason for this is right when it comes to Courtland Sutton right now. Okay, they have 2 number 1s because they do two totally different things.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
And so you get the best of both worlds. A big, gritty receiver and a faster, shiftier receiver on top of that. So you put them together, there's 2 number 1s out there. And I can't just dethrone Courtland Sutton from being the number 1 receiver until I see more from Waddle throughout the year.
And and Sutton's the guy that went for over 1,000 yards last year.
Exactly, where
that was not Waddle.
Supposedly has regressed because of Tua and all them. For the past 2 years, Waddle has not hit that 1,000-yard mark.
He has not.
And for Courtland, he went back-to-back 1,000-yard years. So I can't be disrespectful on here and say, well, Courtland's a number 2 now. Now, they can duke it out. Waddle can go into camp and take it over and say, hey, this is my team now. I'm the captain of this ship. Or Courtland's going to say, you know what? I'm not going to drop these balls like I did last year. I'm going to expand my route tree. All right, I'm going to work on my route running a little bit better, and he gotten better over the years.
He has.
And we're going to be both making big-time plays, and we're going to both eat.
No, I believe that they both will eat.
1A, 1B, what you looking for?
No, I agree with you.
How are you going to agree with me and back me up in a corner?
No, because I'm agreeing with you that they have two number ones. Because I don't agree with you that Waddle's a top 5 wide receiver. If I believed Waddle was a top 5 wide receiver, he'd be the unequivocal number one. But like I think that you point out the stylistically, body type wise, they're two different players, and I think they could really be just a great hand in glove fit for one another. But I think they have two number ones. I don't think the numbers between these two are going to be very different. I think they're going to live in the same sort of area code, somewhere between 850 and 1,100 yards, sort of right there, neighboring each other.
You don't see like a Pickens, CeeDee Lamb kind of combination?
No. And I don't think that would be healthy, honestly. I don't. Now, there is rare instances where, like, it is so rare for the best receiver in the NFL to be on the best team and go win the Super Bowl. We don't see that a lot. Jerry Rice, yeah, that's an exception. But that did happen this past year with Jackson Smith and Jigba. JSN was almost 1,800 yards. It's like one of the great receiving seasons that we have ever seen, probably among the top 10, I would venture. But I just historically and traditionally, I think that the healthiest setup is where you don't know where you're going to get hit.
For sure.
And you have like 5 guys living within 500 yards and 1,000 yards. And you could be so focused on Waddle and Sutton, and it's Mims getting behind you. It's Troy Franklin. It's Pat Bryant. But like I do not know, and none of us do, what the ripple effect is going to be for these young, drafted, and developed wide receivers with Waddle in the fold. Also with the understanding that Sutton is going to take a big share of this, target share, if you will. Guys like Mims, guys like Troy Franklin, guys like Pat Bryant.
Well, you get in where you fit in, right? This is not about Troy Franklin and Marvin Mims and tailoring things to their needs. Like, if they want touches, if they want catches out there, and they want to be seen and recognized, then you got to make plays. You got to get open. So Troy Franklin has this world-class speed. He's really, really fast. So this year, he should be getting wide open where he's getting that separation where Bo Nix, he doesn't have to think twice. Oh, Troy Franklin is open. Let me connect with him, and there's a big-time play. So if Troy Franklin wants the ball, then he's going to have to make some noise. He's going to have to be an impact player. Marvin Mims. All right, if you're Marvin Mims, that Sean Payton has messed with you for 3 years now. But also, that when you are feeling yourself and you get your opportunity, you have taken advantage of it. So for Mims, that they're going to do a lot of utility work with you, screens, reverses. They may put you in the backfield and give you a couple handoffs. You got to take advantage of those plays, and he will, and he'll have bigger plays because you have a Waddle, because you have a Cortland Sutton, and everybody's thinking about them. They're thinking about the run game with J.K. Dobbins, and all of a sudden the utility back, the baby Joker, and I maybe just call him the real Joker now, Marvin Mims, has an end around or a screen pass, and he's taking it to the house for a 50-yard touchdown. If Mims stars in his role and understands what he's good at, and understands that, like, look, I'm not going to be this receiver that I want to be right now, but I can make a lot of money doing my part.
Sure,
he's going to be just fine.
Well, Jordan in Broomfield says the best comp for Court and Waddle is probably Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Kind of like that.
I like it.
We shall see. This is a crowded room. It really is. The Broncos wide receiver room is crowded, and it's going to be a fight to where these guys end up, specifically wide receivers 3, 4, 5, jockeying for position on the totem pole, inside that room.
Pat Bryant, that's still your guy? You think that he's going to emerge as that number 3 receiver?
I think so, definitely. How about you?
I'm going to go Troy Franklin. Mr. Troy Franklin,
he's the most logical one on paper.
He should be, right? With the speed. Sean has a vision for him. Sean loves him some Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin, but I think Troy Franklin, he brings a different dynamic that Davis Webb wants. He wants to stretch that football field out. How do you stretch the football field out? With speed.
All right, a top prospect in Denver sports is done for the season. Details next.
Summer is calling, and we're sending you to the lake in style. Download the Denver Sports app to enter our Day at the Lake contest for your chance to win everything you need for that perfect lake day. You get 2 paddle boards, 2 chairs, a cooler, pop-up tent, and Bluetooth speaker. Oh, and did we mention you also get a $250 gift card to fill up that cooler? Download the Denver Sports app now and enter today. We'll see you at the lake. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, buckle up, Broncos country. Phillip Lindsay here, and you know I'm all about speed, agility, and getting where I need to go efficiently. And when it comes to your summer vacation, you need the same kind of reliable power. And that's why I'm teaming up with my friends at Hermes Worldwide. Let's be real, getting to and from the airport or your destination can be a total fumble. Stressful parking, unreliable ride sharing. Nobody needs that, guys. I mean, nobody. And this is where Hermes Worldwide steps in and scores that game-winning touchdown for your travel plans. They offer top-notch transportation services, from sleek airport transfers and comfortable, clean vehicles to reliable long-distance travel. They're dependable and they're professional. And they understand that your vacation time is very precious to you and your family. So ditch the travel day headaches and make your summer vacation a guaranteed win. So give my friends at Hermes Worldwide a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg. But the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. General contractors, are you tired of working with 8 different subs for a single project? Homestrong is the answer. Their crews handle excavation, foundations, waterproofing, crawl spaces, and flat work. Visit buildhomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
June hits different at Coors Field. Don't miss the Chicago Cubs and Boston Red Sox coming to town for 2 great series. Baseball at altitude, summer nights, big moments. We're here for the climb. Get tickets now at Rockies.com/tickets.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Ductworks. You know summer's around the corner, and what does that mean? That means your air conditioner is going to be blowing 24/7. And you know what that means? That means dust and debris in the air. Hey, you clean your floors, you clean your counters, you clean your closets, but what about your air? Ductworks is Colorado's top-rated air cleaning company, trusted by thousands of 5-star reviews, and they're recommended by more contractors than anybody else. Their complete ventilation cleaning package scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing all the dirt and debris that other companies leave behind. Before your AC runs all season long, make sure the air you're breathing is clean. Go to ductworks.com DenverSports.com or just call them at 303-425-0985.
303-425-0985.
Dental phobia? Consider sedation dentistry with Clarkson Dental. Their highly trained team will lead you through an exceptional dental experience from that first fearful call all the way through to aftercare. Call the most experienced sedation dentist and staff. Clarkson Dental, ColoradoSedation.com.
Hey, it's Zach here. Summer is here, and 5280 Exteriors is kicking it off with a huge June offer. Get free gutter guards when you purchase a whole house of siding. Lock in your project now and enjoy beautiful new siding before fall hits. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Denver Deck Builders has been building the highest quality decks for over a decade. With me as their owner, Ron Gibbous. You use only the best materials to handle all of Colorado's elements.
At least 90% of the time, our customers want composite decking, which is warranted for 30 years. So it's not going to rot, it's not going to freeze, and it's going to look good. And we use a custom rail builder that fabricates them in a shop, brings them, and installs them on site. So they're stronger than any rails that you can buy from a normal lumber yard.
Start dreaming about your outdoor living space. Denver Deck Builders. Go to ddbonthefan.com.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it! All right, it's the 3 count brought to you by our friends at Homestrong, Colorado's foundation, repair, and concrete experts. All right, so, man, this stinks. Ethan Holiday. All right, obviously the son of Matt Holiday, top prospect within the Rockies organization, has a stress fracture, and he will have season-ending surgery after hitting a paltry 196 with a 616 OPS through April 23rd. For the Fresno Grizzlies this season, he really started to play well. He actually hit 355 since then. He appeared to be on the cusp of earning a promotion to High A Spokane. And unfortunately, this is going to derail his season.
Injuries suck, man. And I always believe that it happens for a reason. And in his case, it's like you're doing well and everything's going right for you, and then you have an obstacle in your way. So now you have to build and push through it. And it's good that we saw something from him early, though, before he got hurt. So now, like, everybody's optimistic that when he comes back next year, he can start where he left off, right? And that's all that you can do. So it sucks. It sucks that the young man has to go through this injury. But he'll be better for it.
Yeah, not great news for Ethan Holiday. The Rockies, the big boy club here in Denver, did take 2 of 3 from the Giants over the weekend. That was their first series win in a month. So they have really slowed down. I was there yesterday with my entire family watching them give up 19 runs.
Just watching them take it, huh?
and honestly, it was awesome, man. I had such a great day, dude. I took the over. That thing hit by the 4th inning. I'm spitting my seeds. You know, they'll let you bring in some food to Coors Field, like peanuts and
Cracker Jacks. They don't care if you ever come back.
There you go
for the home team.
And we did all sing that song together in the 7th inning, and I was just like, man, there is something just like classic about being at the ballpark with my kids, and specifically my boy, right? And like dads and baseball, right? Yes. And there's just something so special about it. And we're singing, you know, root for the Rockies, you know, and I'm spitting my seeds, and the beer was still cold. And and we were sitting in section 225, so that's the part of the ballpark where you can look out and you're looking at the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
So like, again, you guys know this. Day. It's Coors Field, Rocky Mountain views, cold beer, hanging out with my kids, explaining him, you know, some of the stuff with baseball. He's playing baseball right now for really the first time.
How'd he do?
He went 2 for 2.
All right.
On Saturday. Yeah, so his first game he went 3 for 3, went 2 for 2. It's machine pitch, and he's really getting the hang of it.
So maybe he was explaining it to you.
No, he's got a long way to go. But it was just an awesome day at the ballpark, and I actually liked that there was a bunch of action, on the bases for my 7-year-old. But yeah, they had 25 hits. The San Francisco Giants had yesterday. 25 hits, 9 doubles. That matches a Coors Field record, but we had an absolute blast regardless.
ZB, who was explaining?
Go ahead.
Who was explaining baseball to you while you were trying to explain it to Owen?
Dante's got it like in his head, and you want to know what? You know what? I think so. Dante made an absolute diabolical comment. It was actually a question. This is like 3 months ago.
This is off air.
This is off air. He goes, "Do you know who Joe Girardi is?" Like that was almost a felony. Like that was almost like battery.
So insulted.
Like
you were. It looked like you were gonna fight him.
And he's got it in his head that like I don't understand baseball or don't know baseball. And I think part of it is that we just don't talk a lot of Rockies baseball. There was a day when we'd be in here talking about the Rockies every single day. And it makes me sad that we don't do that. That's
we tried to start. And
yeah,
then,
we
and
did.
Then all of a sudden, when it slows down like the Rockies are doing and they're losing a bunch of games, you can only bag on them so much.
Yeah.
Before it's like, it's the same thing over and over.
It's just uninteresting. It becomes uninteresting. But yeah, I grew up playing baseball. I was an all-star, dude. So
no, now I just lean into the joke. There was a time when I did not think you had a large acumen of baseball.
I just think it was a lack of sample size. We just don't really, since you've been on the show, we just don't really talk a lot about the Rockies. But anyway, so did you see John Elway, the Duke of Denver, walking out with Morgan Wallen on Friday night?
Duke! Yeah, I did. I was a bit surprised.
Were you?
Yeah. I thought I was going to see someone like Bo Nix, somebody that's young like Morgan Wallen, but it ends up being John Elway, which for him, good for John. Just go out there, have a little bit of fun.
Sure.
Everybody still loves John Elway. He's done a lot for this state. So, go have your time.
Yeah, so I went to Morgan Wallen the last time he was in town, and my wife and I, we were in the lower section, the 100 level, but we were in the last seat. So our seats were right up against suites.
Yeah.
And as fate would have it, that was John Elway's suite. So John, it was like leaning over. Really, suites are great, but like it's not the best for a concert. Mm-hmm. It's just not. You just don't get that same sound. So John was like kind of like leaning out the window, elbows on the thing, leaning out, and it was his birthday. Of all days, it was John's birthday that day that Morgan was here a couple years ago. And
you say happy birthday, Mr. Elway?
I did not. I just let him be. I was afraid he'd recognize my voice.
I know that voice from anywhere.
and I just let him rock. But he knew most of the words to his music. So he's like clearly a big Morgan Wallen fan. And it was kind of cool to see him. John's getting older and not around as much, and nor should he be. He's out, at his lake house and all that stuff. But John, it was a cool moment because Morgan right now is very cool,
yes.
And for John Elway to intersect with something that's cool in 2026 was kind of cool to see. That's all.
So, who were you expecting?
I didn't really have any expectation. He came out with Payton.
Yeah, already did that.
Right, so I didn't think that was going to happen. So I kind of just put it out of mind. I did not think about it. Did you have an expectation?
I was like, maybe Stoke. Stokes a big name. Maybe Brady Stokes.
There's no way in hell. Brandon Stokely.
Maybe Brandon Stokely gets an opportunity.
No. But that was cool. John Elway walking out with Morgan Wallen. No walkout on Saturday night. If and when Morgan comes back, we need to get a campaign going for Phillip Lindsay.
Oh, Morgan's gonna look at me like, dude, yeah, right. That little dude, yeah, right.
Dude,
Bo Nix.
You probably won his fantasy league for him in 2018. Yeah, Bo was one.
Yeah, I'm surprised Bo didn't go walk out there with him. Right? It's the Broncos, Denver Broncos quarterback. Had a really good year. Everybody loves Bo Nix right now. Don't let Bo Nix win a Super Bowl. Don't let him win a Super Bowl. Actually, let him. But man, that man won't be able to go anywhere. He'll be stuck in his house all the time.
Well, we shall see next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
Man, oh man, oh man. Oklahoma City getting beat on their home floor by Victor Wembanyama and those boys. Oh my gosh. I picked them to win.
You did. You were spot on.
And they Oh, man. Now, there's context. We know who was not playing for Oklahoma City. You could argue maybe 2 of their 4 best players didn't play. But Chet Holmgren played. Man, I don't know if we've seen an all-NBA player shrink like that. I mean, he got, like, just erased. And I've talked with you guys about this. The rivalry between Chet and Wemby that goes back, to when they were on the under-19 team.
No, there's no rivalry now.
No.
Chet's just getting taken to Pound Town, man, when it comes to the basketball.
Wemby posterized them. Chet was just, these were his point totals over the course of the Western Conference Finals. 8, 13, 14, 10, 16, 10. And then capping it off with 4 points in a Game 7. 4 points. Holy smokes.
Shriveled up.
It's Wemby's world. It is. They said that on the broadcast. It's Wemby's world.
That's insane. 23 years old. 22 or
22.
22 years old, and it's his world. We're living in it.
And he's got so much heart and determination and grit. He's in tears after the win. I love it. It means that much to him. This kid has had a goal of being the best player in the world since he was 13 or 14 years old, and everything that he has done has been about pouring his energy into that. And I'm telling you, man, when you have that type of and not like I'm breaking news here, but when you have that type of body that we've never seen, that level of athleticism and nimbleness to go with that body, like we've seen bodies similar, like Bol or George Mirashon, they couldn't move.
Like this,
No, this is so different, and the fact that he is doing step back threes and pulling up for threes, it's unbelievable. But he plays with such force as well. This guy has an opportunity to be the greatest basketball player of all time, and everything that he does is with that in mind. It's scary.
It's going to be a fun series, but I got the Knicks in 7, baby.
You don't sound crazy. The Knicks are on a historical run themselves. But this is the most ahead-of-schedule team in the history of NBA basketball, the 2026 San Antonio Spurs. Crazy. Speaking of NBA basketball, one of the largest voices in the NBA community is calling out the Nuggets by name. We'll get to it next.
Parents, looking for a fun way to get your kid active this summer?
Are you kidding me?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's 3rd annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp is back. Brought to you by Walmart. Saturday, June 27th at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium. Your child, ages 8 to 14, will learn the fundamentals of football in a safe, hands-on environment from people who played the game at the highest level. We're talking former Denver Broncos Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, and Brandon Stokely, along with a trusted coaching staff from Denver South. And every dollar raised goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado. So your family is giving back just by showing up. Sign up today at denversports.com/camp. That's denversports.com/camp.
You know that feeling, sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills, wondering how you got here? Credit cards, car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. It all piles up. But here's the thing. If you own a home, you're sitting on the answer. American Financing can help you declutter your monthly bills into a single manageable payment. They're salary-based mortgage consultants look at your entire financial picture, not just one piece, all right? The average customer savings is $800 a month. You may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there is never any upfront fees or obligation with American Financing. This is a family-owned lender, not one of those big banks where you're just a number. So pick up the phone and start that conversation at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or simply visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Your windows are calling.
They have something to say.
Here's the truth. The window's only part of it. In Colorado, even a great window can fail if it's not installed right. That's what really determines what lasts. That's why I trust Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Installation is where the conversation starts. They've served Denver and the Front Range for over 50 years, and right now, get 25% off Infinity by Marvin Windows. Visit windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3, The Fan.
How about 60 seconds that'll make you actually feel good for a change? Hey, Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. You've heard me talk about the best free meal in Denver. And I had some listeners that had heard me talk about how I used to love to make brisket, but with outrageous beef prices, we just couldn't afford to do it anymore. We can't afford to feed that many people. Well, a guy, Barbecue Bob, showed up to one of our first and third Thursdays with a couple $1,000s of brisket so he could just help people. We're going to make free brisket here coming up in the next couple months for our best free meal in Denver. And then another guy, Fred, who runs the Ace Hardwares over on Gartrell Road and Arapahoe Crossing. He said, from now on, all your fuel you need for that barbecue is on me. And another guy, Bobby Hancock from IHOP. He fed our volunteers and gave thousands of dollars worth of gift certificates to our people that take advantage of the best free meal in Denver. If you want to help, you can. Just spread the word. It's the best free meal in Denver every first and third Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. It's at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road. And if you have any questions, just call us at 303-LAW-4040.
Done right kitchens, baths, counters and floors, finished basements, windows and doors. Our 8% scheduling incentive and bank financing to ask about. Make a great time to call 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
Flatland Cavalry. Shane Smith and the Saints.
I ever see is
Fiddler's Green Amphitheater, Saturday, June 20th. Get your tickets now at AXS.com. Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
One of the largest voices in the NBA community calling out the Denver Nuggets by name.
Damn.
Man, in a way that I didn't see coming. So Bill Simmons did his podcast. It was a Game 7 reaction show to San Antonio and Oklahoma City in the game that we were just talking about a few moments ago. And Bill Simmons with Zach Lowe. Bill Simmons' podcast, Bill Simmons is like one of the really like long-standing hardcore NBA voices. Like he wrote a book maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago called The Book of Basketball, the whole history of it. I mean, Bill Simmons is a bit of a encyclopedia when it comes to basketball, and he is just a hardcore fan. He watches all the teams. And he has one of the most successful podcasts in the history of podcasting, and the Bill Simmons podcast. And he's chatting with Zach Lowe, All right, formerly of ESPN, now of The Ringer. And The Ringer is Bill Simmons' operation. All right, he pulled away from ESPN and created his own outfit. Very successful. And so it's at the end of the show. Like when I say the end of the show, this podcast is like an hour and 15 minutes long, and this is in the last 2 minutes. All right, and this was the sequence, sort of random, right? The episode was
2 minutes.
Not about the Denver Nuggets, but they did come up. And this is what was said.
Oh, I'll leave you with this. Why does Denver have to trade anybody to sign Payton Watson? Fuck off. You have Jokic on your team, kids. Pay everybody. Clip this out, Denver fans. Clip this out. Kroenke's got $1 kajillion. Just pay Payton Watson and keep everyone else on your team because your owner's super rich.
All right. So that clip went viral, right? It went viral.
You knew it would.
And, yep, no doubt. And he's like, go ahead and clip it.
Clip it.
Clip this. And it's going viral. And this goes back to what I started talking about soon as the season ended. This is going to be the story of the Denver Nuggets offseason. It's not what can you do to amass more talent around Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
It will be about getting below the luxury tax. And I wish I had something more exciting to say. But Bill Simmons knows, just like Tim Bontemps knows from that ESPN article that we were quoting a week ago, talking about how the Nuggets historically don't want to spend, and a part of their offseason goal could be to get below the tax. This is just the dynamics that we have here in Denver. And for better or for worse, you have the greatest player that you've ever had that you found by accident. He is still very much in his prime, and the goal of the season, the goal of the offseason, will be to not maximize that window.
Well, I got 2 questions for you, Z.
Yeah.
Say that they do run it back, or they want to run it back, so they're going to have to pay P. Watt, keep everybody else. They're going to be dealing with paying extra money. Do you believe that they would still have enough to try to get to a championship and win it?
Like
with the guys, like pretty much
if they ran them all back,
pay Payton Watson.
You know what? I'll say yes, because you look at a team like San Antonio. Denver plays them so tough. Denver plays them.
Yes.
Their best win of the season was over a motivated Wemby and the Spurs on national TV, and we did not see. Obviously, there was guys hurt, but one of them being Payton Watson. And when I look at that series that finished up the Western Conference Finals on Saturday night, he is the one other guy, in addition with Jokic, that I'm like, that guy firmly belongs in that series. A 6'8" big wing who can shoot it.
Yep.
One of the best corner shooters in the NBA this past season. A big 6'8" wing that can shoot it, that can handle it, that can create for himself, create for others, check the athleticism box, and check the defense box. The Nuggets only have one guy like that. His name is Payton Watson. And what does the group that failed look like with this is under your exercise if they brought everyone back.
Exactly.
With a healthy Aaron Gordon and a healthy Payton Watson, we saw the way that Aaron Gordon guarded Victor Wembanyama. He made life tough and actually had success. And in smaller samples, Payton Watson matched up with Victor Wembanyama has actually fared very well too. Yeah. So I think that, would it be likely? No. Would I pick the Denver Nuggets? No.
But could they go out and do it?
There is a scenario. But it is unlikely. At the core of your question, I think it's unlikely.
Well,
but yes, still lives within reality. Sorry.
That's what I want to know, because if like you truly believe that they could still win a championship, then I would be all in. Like, hey, bring everybody back. Screw the luxury tax. Bring everybody back. Sign Payton Watson, because it's about winning, and it should be. This is your team. If you're Josh Kroenke, this is your team.
Right.
You're forking out all this money anyway. For what? Because you want success. And if you win a championship, it helps you build and bring in more money anyway.
Sure.
So why, if you believe that you can still win a championship with this unit, why wouldn't you not go above the luxury tax and pay that price, because you're at least going to get a championship out of it? That's my thing. But then also I'm thinking, like, maybe Josh Kroenke is going to do something he's never done before. There's a lot of heat on him that's, saying that, like, look, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. His father just got really aggressive with the Rams and brought in Myles Garrett. So, like, his father's saying he's all in with that. He's a Kroenke.
Right.
So if Josh believes that maybe Jokic in this unit could still win, maybe he's going to go all in and he's going to surprise all of us. I'm just putting that out there.
He could. I mean, maybe they will, but I will believe it when I see it. Because as we've talked about, if you bring everyone back, you're in what's called the repeater tax. And the repeater tax penalizes teams who have been in the luxury tax for too many years. And the repeater tax, it increases with every passing year. So if you do run it back with everyone, and you sign Peyton Watson and bring back Cam Johnson and bring back Christian Brown and Jamal Murray and Jokic and all these guys, they're going to have a tax bill of $207 million. Some owners, Joe Lacob, Golden State Warriors, have no problem paying it. We have Steph for a limited time only. It's like a sale, limited time only. We have Jokic in his prime for a limited time only, and we're going all in. But we're not going to see them do that. And I've for 4 weeks now, just getting way out ahead of it. I just do not believe we're going to see this organization do that. And it's going to cause a lot of anger within the fan base. And it probably should. So they'll take a gap year, lower expectations, not be competitive for a championship.
Damn gap year, man.
And then the following year, maybe go all in. We'll see, because the repeater tax will reset once you avoid it for a year. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, shifting gears here. NBC Sports, they ranked all 32 NFL general managers. Where did George Payton land? There's a bit of a catch here. We'll get to it next.
It's the ultimate showdown for a great cause.
Setting up the ultimate gold medal showdown.
On June 11th, Brandon Stokely goes head-to-head with Zach By in 100 Holes for Kids. 100 holes of golf. It's a one-day event all to raise money for Recruiting Classroom, whose mission it is to help kids play sports. Who will raise the most? That's where you come in. Pick your player, make your donation, and help kids win. To support Brandon Stokely, head to StokelyCares.com. To support Zach By, head to ZachCares.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Free your team from time-consuming procurement tasks. Discover smart business buying where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Power your drive with Mobil 1 Motor Oil. Buy 5 quarts, get $15 back, and score a fast and furious prize after rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So this is Todd Whalen. I'm here with Deanna, an Advanced Tax Solutions client. How did Advanced Tax Solutions fix your problem?
They solved the tax years where I had made errors. They filed the years that I was delinquent in, and they helped me make a payment plan with the IRS.
How does it feel now that the problem is fixed?
Amazing. As a matter of fact, we use Advanced Tax every year for our regular filing, and I just have a huge sense of relief knowing that that part of adulting is done for me.
Now, how do you feel about the staff of Advanced Tax Solutions?
The staff have always been kind, considerate, and caring. I feel like I'm the only customer when I'm there.
Any advice for anybody out there listening?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. The people at Advanced Tax will not judge you. They're there to help, and they're there to listen. Reach out before it's too late.
Thank you so much, Deanna. We'd love to help anyone out there listening. It's Advanced Tax Solutions, 303-753-6040.
Hey, it's Glenn.
And Tiffany.
Here with Denver Roof Pros. Denver Roof Pros is celebrating our 10th anniversary, serving the Front Range from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs.
Yes, we are. And there is so much more to Denver Roof Pros. We're not just roofs and gutters.
Check out our family of services at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
Team
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Stoke here for ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Are you in the market for a new air conditioner? Well, hold on. You need to think about a heat pump. It cools and heats your home. My team at ROX are Colorado's heat pump experts and rebate specialists. Get up to $12,000 in energy rebates and credits. These savings are incredible, but they're only available for a limited time. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX rocks heating and air.
This July 4th, celebrate at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, hosted by America 250. Learn more at america250.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
NBC Sports ranked all 32 NFL general managers. Where did George Payton land?
Uh-oh.
Well, there is a bit of a catch. There's a bit of a catch. And I'll explain that to you here in just a second. But before we do, next week is going to be a special event next Thursday. It's 100 holes for kids. All right? You guys have heard us talk about this. This is a nonprofit that is near and dear to my heart called Recruiting Classroom, and whose mission is to help oftentimes disadvantaged kids play sports. All right, that's putting a golf club in a kid's hand in downtown Denver that otherwise would never happen. It's about putting a hockey stick in a kid's hand in Aurora, and just like these things that they do, and other nonprofits like it. It's not just Recruiting Classroom, but this is the one that's here local and is doing great work and that I've latched onto. It can change the trajectory of a kid's life. No joke. And I told this story last year that I, being raised by my single mom, me and my brother, I wrote a letter to a nonprofit like this one called Fast Break Fund, and they sent me to a week of camp.
I remember this story.
Up in the Adirondack Mountains. It was a Greg Kubek camp, and it changed my whole summer. And I heard about it for years and knew it wasn't going to be in the cards for us. And it was hundreds and hundreds of dollars a week, a sleepaway, you know. And I wrote to this nonprofit, and they sent me. And it like I said, it changed my summer and made me fall even deeper in love with the game of basketball. And a couple of years later, basketball was paying for my college, right? So it's like,
it's a way out. It can be a way out, but these kids out here, they need your help.
They need our help, no doubt. So I got involved with this the last couple of years, and then I go to the events and then see the kids and see the difference that it's making. I told you about the boxer that they're sponsoring right now, you know. So it's equipment, it's mentorship, it's camps, all right. And I got to give a shout out. Troy Lavender over the weekend donated $100. I said that anyone donates over $25, I'll give you a shout out on the air. So if you want to get involved with this and make a difference in our community, pick a player. I don't care. If you want to support Stoke, go to StokelyCares.com. You want to support me, Zach, head to ZachCares.com. And ultimately, the people who win are these kids. Okay. NBC Sports ranked all 32 NFL GMs. Where did George Payton land? I told you there's a catch, all right? We'll get to it here in a second. Number one GM in the league, Howie Roseman, Philadelphia Eagles.
Man, he's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. He does a great job. And he's one that you probably don't want to do a deal with. And the New England Patriots just did a deal with Rosen today when it comes to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's heading to the New England Patriots to reunite with Vrabel. So that's going to be interesting. But the Eagles and the general manager over there, he does a great job of putting together a great roster.
Yep, so Howie's number 1. Number 2 is John Snyder. Number 3 is Sean McVay / Les Snead.
Okay.
And you can maybe tell where the catch is coming.
Yeah.
Okay. Les Snead is the actual GM. Sean McVay is the coach that also pulls the strings along with Snead. Number 4, according to NBC Sports, counting the top NFL GMs, you get to number 4, it's Eric DaCosta with the Baltimore Ravens. You get to number 5, it's Brett Veach / Andy Reid there in Kansas City. You get to number 6, it's Brian Gutekunst from the Green Bay Packers. Number 7, Brad Holmes from the Detroit Lions. Still have not heard George Payton's name yet. You get to the 8th best GM, according to NBC Sports. It's John Lynch / Kyle Shanahan.
That's number 8, right?
That's number 8.
Okay.
You get to number 9. It's Houston Texans' Nick Caserio. Was Caserio the GM when you were there?
He was. He's done a phenomenal job, and his motto was the first year he's going to figure things out. So he brought in a bunch of veterans. Put us all on the same contract, and then made us duke it out throughout the season. And whoever was able to weather the storm and understand that it was going to be a bad season, but help contribute to like some of the success and had good moments, he kept you, and he was going to re-sign you back. If you were a bad apple, and there was a lot of them in that locker room, ZB, at the time, he was like, this is what I needed to do. And then he was able to get those first two first-round draft picks, and he was able to get Will Anderson,
C.J.
Stroud,
yep.
And then the rest was history.
Well, he got ranked number 9, and then you get to number 10, and it's the Broncos. But the first name listed is Sean Payton, then / George Payton. And that's that element here that when we talked about, hey, when the Minnesota job was open, like, hey, would George Payton be interested in that? And one of the pros to that, pros and cons list was it's your thing.
Yeah.
You're not tethered and tied to someone else and your success mixed in with someone else, but that is just the elements at play here in Denver, Colorado.
For sure, and I think for George, though, George had his time without Sean, and it wasn't as good as he thought it was going to go, or didn't go as planned. Then you add Sean to the mix, who's been around, that knows what he wants in his team, and it's been a lot better, and we've been having fun, and the expectations for me at least is, hey, get to a Super Bowl, and that's not just because of Sean. It's Sean and George mixed together, combining together to come up with this team and find ways to win these games. So I'm okay with it. Sean Payton, since he's been here, we've all had a great time, right? Sean has won every year. He's gotten better. First year, won 8 games. Second year, 10 games. Last year, 14 games. Like, come on. You got to love that. But it's the help of George, too. Both of them doing their part together is a perfect match.
Well, one of they wrote a bit of a blurb here. I'm not going to read it all verbatim. But one of the things that they mention in their explanation why George and Sean landed 10th on NBC Sports list of general managers 1 through 32, is that the roster construction is not as much through the draft as some of these other teams and these other GMs that came before them, and it's made up through free agency. And I really hadn't stopped and thought about that, but then I started thinking about the roster, and I'm like, okay, it's clearly not all free agency, but your starting right tackle is a free agent.
McGlinchey.
Right? Your starting left guard was a free agent.
Ben Powers.
Yep. Your starting running back was a free agent in J.K. Dobbins. All right. Your someone like Malcolm Roach, Zach Allen, those guys are also free agents. Your starting safety is also a free agent. No, both of your starting safeties, rather, are free agents. I just didn't – I'm not saying good or bad. I just didn't really think about it like that.
Well, see, you have to have a mixture of drafted players and free agent players. I mean, that's how it has to be if you're going to be successful. You want the best of both worlds. But also, when you talk about George, Mims is a draft pick. All right, PS2, draft pick. Miners, draft pick.
Bo
Riley,
Nix,
draft pick. Bo Nix, draft pick. I mean, you need these draft picks to hit. We all know that. And I think George has done a phenomenal job of picking the right type of players to help Sean out, but also just to fit the mode of what we need here to be successful. But I guess, like, when you look at it, it's like, there is a lot
you're starting
of free
tight
agents.
end.
Starting tight end. So there are a lot of free agents.
Yeah, they've done mostly a good job with it. But good for George and Sean coming top 10 on NBC's list of GMs ranked 1 through 32. In similar news, Broncos assistant general manager Reed Burkhardt, who we had been mentioning, was up for that Vikings gig, the general manager job there in Minnesota. He made it through the second round of interviews, but he, over the weekend, we found out, did not get that job. The Vikings opted to hire Seahawks assistant GM Nolan Teasley to fill that role. So no executive leaving Denver. All right, shifting gears. Today, we saw one of the biggest trades in NFL history. And then came another, not quite the same, but we'll parse through it next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Next up, North Glen. June 12th from 2 to 6 at the Glen Bar and Grill.
There was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Don't care for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years. And they have one of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now that's ending June 3rd, a government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. This has SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Open for bidding right now only at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The game started. Call your dad.
I'm on it, Ma. Hola, Pa.
Hello, hijita. I can't hear you. I'm at the stadium in Monterrey. Goal!
Here, shout goal together. Get nonstop talk, text, and data in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada with T-Mobile, America's best network. Switch on the T-Life app or on T-Mobile.com/connectate. On qualifying plans not for extended international use, you must reside in the U.S. In primary usage must occur on our network. Best based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more. Getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
What's up, everybody? Cecil Lammy here for my friends Soda Diet and Nutrition.com. Listen, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Haven't gained the weight back. Why? Because with soda, I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And it's so fantastic to do weight loss the right way. There's no mystery pills. I'm not giving myself a shot, and there's no mystery chemicals that I'm putting into my body. This is knowing real food will bring you real results. And speaking of real, soda got me a real nutritionist, a personalized nutritionist that would work with me one-on-one via text when I had questions, concerned, and just sometimes straight up needed encouragement. Your weight loss journey, you've got a friend, you've got help, and that is Soda. They can be there for you just like they were there for me. I look and feel 10 years younger. I got my confidence back, and right now you can join Soda and your partner joins for free. That's 2 people, real accountability for the price of 1. Soda changed my life, and I thank them so much. SodaDietNutrition.com. Call them up 866-800-SODA because soda is state of the art.
The biggest country party of the summer is happening Saturday, June 20th at Fiddler's Green Amphitheater. Violin Cavalry. Knowing that you're never coming back. Shane Smith and the Saints. I ever see is me. Plus Kevin Powers and Lacey K. Booth under the Colorado sky.
Who taught you how to move on? Who showed you how to make it look so damn easy?
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. And if you're over 50, there's a good chance you're dealing with an enlarged prostate. Waking up at night, weak stream, all of it. Here's the good news. PAE, prostate artery embolization, is minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatment with near zero impact on sexual function. Lakewood location, personalized care. Visit coloradoae.com.
Tune in Tuesday afternoons for Injury Insights with Zach Bai and Dr. Joseph Ramos to hear the latest injury news on your local teams and around the world of sports. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach Bai and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports.
Oh, man.
This is quite literally like one of the biggest trades in NFL history. I can't remember a time that the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year was traded.
No, not in his prime.
Who just broke the all-time sack record. Like, on the heels of that season, he's moved. In exchange, Jared Verse, who is a great player in his own right. Not Myles Garrett great, but he is awesome. When he's got it going, he looks like he could be a candidate for...
Yeah, young and talented, man.
Really is. Along with a 2027 first-round pick and some other smaller compensation that apparently is still being negotiated. What what were you thinking when you saw this?
Good for you, Rams. Like, I'm not like cheering because they got Myles Garrett, but what I'm saying is they're all in. And they're showing not just their fan base, but they're showing their veteran players, specifically Matthew Stafford, that they're all in this year, and they believe they can win it all, and they need to win it all. And Matthew Stafford, he's not getting any younger now. He's older, and I know he signed a contract, but at some point, Father Time catches you, and you're not the same player. But right now, Matthew Stafford can still sling that rock. All right, he's playing really good football right now. They have elite players on the offensive side of the football when it comes to running backs and receivers. And now you're adding to the defense a two-time Defensive Player of the Year in Myles Garrett. And that man is a freakish athlete, and just scary to be around, Z. I remember having to block him. And I'm in my head when I had to block him, I'm sitting there saying, I hope I get help. Garrett Bowles, I hope you help me out, because if you mess this up and you forget to pick up Myles Garrett, oh, there's a sack, buddy.
Well, that's something that you just can't forget.
No.
And Bowles, for whatever reason, has performed well against Myles Garrett.
He loves, for some reason, everything is all eyes are on Myles Garrett when it comes to GB and Myles Garrett going at it. And I just think he likes the competition. And it's been working out for him because he's so athletic, GB that is.
Well, this is a massive gargantuan trade. I actually like it for the Cleveland Browns. They're not close to competing at the highest level, and Myles Garrett is a win-now player.
So both teams win, huh?
I think so. I mean, the fact that you get someone like Jared Verse, who's more, age-wise on your timeline.
He's around 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, and Garrett is now on the wrong side of 30. He just had his best season ever. Like, he's not going to ever play better than that. You got his best years. You got an awesome young player plus a first-round pick in return. That means back-to-back drafts, you're going to have multiple first-round picks. And I just believe that the draft is the true lifeblood to every NFL organization. And when you're not far, you got to get those picks, and you got to get them right. And so for those reasons, I like it for the Browns. I love it for the Rams. Like, you're telling me the best defensive player in the sport just got added to a team that was already yesterday morning favored to win the Super Bowl. I mean, there's all in, and then there's this. I mean, this is the Rams are scary, and the Rams are on the schedule.
Yeah. Was it week 3?
Week 3.
Week 3, they're coming in, and we're going to have to figure out how to stop Myles Garrett, which GB, he's not going to have a problem with that. But also, it's like Matthew Stafford. What is he looking like? Man, people disrespect him, and they don't give him as much respect as he should, Z. But when you're watching him, like literally just watching him go to work, I mean, it's beautiful to see that quarterback and how he just dissects defenses. So Denver's defense is going to have to come to play. They're going to have to come to play. They're going to have to be disciplined, and they're going to have to make some plays. Not the batting the ball from Riley Moss. We're going to have to see an interception, hopefully from Riley Moss, and Pat Surtain's going to have to get him an interception too. It's going to be one of those type of games.
Yeah, no doubt. You got to play above your head to beat that team. I like that they're coming to altitude in the first week of the season. I disagree when you said people don't give him the respect that he deserves.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy just won MVP.
No, and that's true. That's true. Maybe I'm thinking about the Detroit days.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The
Definitely.
Detroit days.
Oh, he was very debated during those years.
Yeah. So that's what I'm pulling from. So you're right, Z. Thanks for keeping me on track, baby.
The guy just won MVP.
Yeah, he did. He does.
But they're all in. They're on the schedule. You're going to see them early. I mean, and just from an NFL fan interest standpoint, it's going to be one of the first games you're seeing Myles Garrett in a Rams uniform. And as Millhouse is pointing out in the RamosLaw.com text line, he broke the sack record for the hapless Browns. Like, they don't play with leads. Like, imagine, like, Myles Garrett, his career even, let alone just a year. What is this? He's already going to go down as one of the great all-time players. He plays for the worst organization in the entire sport. And so, man, sky's the limit.
So when you see and you're looking at what the Rams did, right, this mega trade, and it's like, hey, they're all in. What do you think of the Denver Broncos? Do you think the Denver Broncos still have a great chance to get to the Super Bowl? Do you think that the Denver Broncos have done enough to try to get to that Super Bowl? We're sitting here saying the Rams better get to that Super Bowl. I was sitting here talking about Denver Broncos before this happened should be the favorites to win the Super Bowl, And now I have to rethink things because it's like, dude, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, hell no.
Well, I said you were crazy then.
Well,
you would sound
no.
even crazier now if you argue that.
Well, guess what? The Rams thought they needed a little bit more firepower.
Well,
That's why
clearly,
they
yeah.
did this mega trade.
Yeah, no. The Broncos can absolutely still go to the Super Bowl, and really, like,
I'm talking about win, Z. I'm talking about win. I know you can get there, but can you win the damn thing?
Yes, they can. It's sports. It's football. Would I bet for that to happen? No. Not right now with the information that I have. I still need to see a championship-level offense before I have them advancing to and then winning the biggest game in American sports. What about you?
You know, they still definitely can. With Bo Nix, with Jalen Waddle, Cortland Sutton, this team kind of, the reason why they're running it back is because the continuity there. Everybody is in together. They understand what they need to do. The coaches have not changed. They definitely can go out there and do it. It's going to be harder now because even if they get to the Super Bowl, do you have enough to beat the Rams if everybody's healthy? You know it's football. Things happen.
I was going to say football's a crazy sport.
But they definitely can.
They can. And then the trade that came later that will also impact the Denver Broncos. And it's not a coincidence that these stories broke today. It's June 1st. That's why we say, post June 1st trade and how the dynamics change and all that stuff, is A.J. Brown reuniting with Mike Vrabel, getting traded from the Philadelphia Eagles to New England. So we're talking about a team that just traded for the Defensive Player of the Year that's favored to win the Super Bowl, and then the Patriots were just in the Super Bowl and pushing their chips in for A.J. Brown. What did you make of that deal?
I thought it was a great deal. Right, A.J. Brown gets to reunite with Vrabel. All right, you have Drake May that gets I want to say elite receiver because A.J. Brown has been around for a very long time now. He's getting older, but he's a great weapon. And I think for the New England Patriots, what they're doing is they're looking at the Denver Broncos. The Broncos just made a huge move in getting Jalen Waddle. They said, okay, we still need some firepower. We don't have Stephon Diggs here anymore. We need another receiver that's better than Stephon Diggs. And then you go in there and you get A.J. Brown. I think it was a great move by the Patriots that feel like they still can get to another Super Bowl, even with a couple changes happening, a couple guys leaving. So this is going to be a fun year, Z. It's a fun year, and everybody is making these dramatic trades and changes to try to get to the top and find ways to win.
Yeah, we're going to get back to Broncos at the top of the hour. They'll be back on the football field tomorrow for OTAs. By the way, that deal for A.J. Brown, that was for a first-round draft pick in 2028. All right, not 27, 2028, and they also get a fifth-round pick in 2027.
All right.
So we'll see how that all ages. I actually like the deal for both teams again. I like it for the Browns for the reasons I talked about. I like it for the Rams going all in, increasing their chances of winning that second Super Bowl in this era under Sean McVay. I like it for the Patriots adding a true number one, replacing, even upgrading from Stephon Diggs. And honestly, I like it for the Eagles too. Things had ran their course between that coach, that quarterback, and that wide receiver. And so now you're going to give Howie Roseman, who NBC Sports in their ranking today listed as the number one general manager, you're going to give him another first-round pick to continue to sustain that Super Bowl contending operation. I like it for all involved, honestly. And we'll see now. Famous last words. Let's see how it ages. Okay, things are getting weird on the Colorado Avalanche front. We'll talk about why next.
Summer is calling, and we're sending you to the lake in style. Download the Denver Sports app to enter our Day at the Lake contest for your chance to win everything you need for that perfect lake day. You get 2 paddle boards, 2 chairs, a cooler, pop-up tent, and Bluetooth speaker. Oh, and did we mention you also get a $250 gift card to fill up that cooler? Download the Denver Sports app now and enter today. We'll see you at the lake. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul, gels, it's not maybe your hair will regrow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
When you own your own business, you need to keep things moving. Need to book a last-minute flight? Earn a $300 travel credit to cover that. Need to take a meeting before takeoff? Do it from the comfort of the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club. Need to catch your breath before you board? Done. Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business, the business card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
What if you had the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Thanks to Xfinity's summer savings event, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Now through June 15th, get gig Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 years with equipment and unlimited data included. No strings, no commitments, and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected online from threats. Plus, you can even try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions applies, requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account, taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity Internet required, speeds vary, use of fiber, coaxial cable.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
I've got to tell you about Schomp Honda. If you're looking for an SUV that can handle Colorado, check out the new 2026 Honda CR-V. It's comfortable, capable, and perfect for everything from your daily drive to weekend getaways. Right now, Schomp Honda has the largest inventory since before COVID, so you've got more options than ever. And I love this. Schomp Honda does things differently. Their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy means a fair price up front and way less time at the dealership. They never charge dealer handling fees.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hey, it's Zach here. Are you seeing cracks in your home's drywall or foundation? Call Homestrong. Their highly qualified technicians provide free inspections and quotes. With 20-plus years experience in the foundation repair and concrete industry, one thing is certain. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose by treating people, not just patients. With innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care, guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal. At Common Spirit Health, clinical excellence lives here. Human kindness lives here. Learn more at mountain.commonspirit.org.
June hits different at Coors Field. Don't miss the Chicago Cubs and Boston Red Sox coming to town for 2 great series. Baseball at altitude, summer nights, big moments. We're here for the climb. Get tickets now at Rockies.com/tickets.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Step Denver, a nonprofit solution to addiction and homelessness.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Things are getting a little bit weird on the Colorado Avalanche front. Here we are on a Monday, nearly a week after the season ended. We still have no update about Jared Bednar. And what I find almost of equal interest is that there has been no end-of-season press conference announced. So I had it in my head that if we come in here on Monday and we don't have Jared Bednar has been fired news, Jared Bednar's back, but that came with the assumption that we would have been contacted about an end-of-the-season presser. And the fact that that also hasn't come just has me kind of rethinking everything. Like, what the heck is going on here?
No, for sure. Like, there's some red flags. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Jared Bednar shouldn't be worried. He should if he hasn't heard anything back from the top, right, the front office. Now, we don't know what's going on. I think Stink, honestly, he had a smart take today. I like what Stink did, and he said, and maybe he's the hockey guy. Maybe it's not all bad. Maybe they're trying to get an extension done with Jared Bednar, and it's taking a little bit longer, and that's why they're holding this up, and then we're not having a press conference. Maybe they want to get that locked in, get an extension done, so then they can talk about it once the press conference comes rolling around, because there will be a press conference no matter what.
For sure.
NHL, you must have a press conference, an end-of-season press conference, no matter what team you are, you have to do it.
Yeah, and so, that's coming. Why hasn't it come yet? This would have already been over with in normal circumstances. They would have had it Thursday or Friday, and we just don't know. We just don't know. About the extension, man.
Betsy's probably not going to want to play on his if they want to bring him back, and it's like, hey, look, I'm not playing on my deal. Coaching on my deal because it's a 1-year deal.
Right.
So he's going to want some flexibility, but also some security, saying that I'm good for these next couple years.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Which is messy in itself.
It is. Because I extension? Man, that's...
I mean, my man did win the President's trophy.
Right, but that wasn't the trophy you were out to win.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Extension, man, that almost feels like between moving on from him coaching on the last year of a contract, or extending him, man, I'm kind of hemming and hawing here. I think the extension might be the least likely scenario of the three. But that's not to say that it could not be happening. It could. It very well could. Is this delay about Chris McFarland? And those Nashville rumors,
Yep.
and now obviously the Avs are in control here. Like, whether Jared Bednar, because we're here behind the scenes talking about this, and Dante said, if I were Jared Bednar, I wouldn't even coach on that final year. I mean, it's easier to just say that than to actually do it. So you're gonna quit and not get paid out? I suppose he could, but I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, he's not gonna quit.
So I don't know. I legitimately, I do not know what to make of this. I really don't.
But if he does quit, and in his head, I'm trying to think like him. He knows he'll get a job right off the bat.
Totally.
So it's like, you know what? No matter what I do, I'm gonna be just fine. So either you pay me, or I leave. So but he kind of has a lot more power than we think.
I don't see it like that.
No?
I think that he can't even go interview for a job without the permission of the Avs. So it's like, when is the last time a coach for a contender walked away? with a year left on the contract. I can't think of one. Not saying that it's never happened before. I can't think of it. So again, I'm just kind of confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't think anyone knows what's going on. This is dragged out way longer than we thought. It's unusual. The longer this goes on, it kind of borders on the bizarre, if you will. But something's holding it up.
Either it's Chris McFarland, Jared Bednar, Josh Kroenke, and everything's going on with him.
That
and maybe
one,
he's so busy.
Yeah, that one.
You think that's
to like just
that's what's going on?
To speculate, like why would this be taking so long? And Josh Kroenke, he was in Budapest on Saturday for Arsenal's game. Saw Jokic there.
Yep. Cheering him on.
Yep. On Sunday they had a parade, and maybe it's about him getting back to Denver to square away business. You know, whether it is to sit down with Bednar, maybe talk about an extension. Maybe they want to dismiss him personally. Maybe Josh Kroenke wants to, like, if he is being dismissed, do it, you know, to his face, thank him, you know, and then fire him. You know, I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff against the wall. But that Kroenke schedule, the fact it's been so busy, maybe that is just the thing that's holding this back from us receiving any news. But here's what I'll say. If the plan was to bring Jared Bednar back, you can leak that easily to one of these reporters or Elliot Friedman if you want to, you know, give it to a national guy. Like, you could get that message out quicker than a hiccup if that's what they wanted to do. But also, if you wanted to dismiss him, we probably would have got that news on Thursday or Friday.
Leak that out too.
Sure. So
you think it's Josh, and I think it could be that. I think it's Chris McFarland. You can't make your decision on your head coach until you get your general manager under control or what you want to do with him or what he wants to do. Maybe it's Chris McFarland saying, hey, I kind of want out. I want to go somewhere where there's more flexibility. There's not a lot I can work with here because everybody's tied up to these contracts, big-time money.
And they're offering me way more money.
Exactly, and I'm getting paid a lot more money going somewhere else than staying here. And so now maybe they're trying to work something out to keep him, give him a little bit more money, and then they'll make the decision or ask Chris McFarland, does he want Jared Bednar back? My guessing is he's going to say yes because he's comfortable with him, and they move on from there, and we get a press conference.
Man, all right, so prediction time. Guys behind the glass as well. Prediction time. How does this end?
Jared Bednar is the head coach of the Colorado Avalanche and gets extended.
Gets extended?
He gets extended.
Drew?
I am with Phil. I think that's exactly how this is going to play out.
He's going to get extended?
He's going to get extended.
Dante?
I was going to say, there's no way he's going to go into next season as a lame duck coach, which is 1 year left on his contract, after just winning the President's Trophy as the best team in hockey. I know it came to a crashing end in the postseason, but still, until that point, it was a wildly successful year.
Up until that point. Like
I know, like I said, the journey was crashing down.
Yeah, it was like about getting to that point and then achieving it.
Yeah. Yes.
Dante, how do you think it ends for Jared Bednar?
I got two options, and it's either he gets a contract extension or he gets traded.
Gets traded.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you back there.
What are
you doing, trading him to Edmonton for Connor McDavid, or what's happening?
They're not getting Connor McDavid back, but maybe you get like a third-round pick or something.
What about Sidney Crosby? Let's go get Sid the Kid.
There you go. Although they got a pretty good coach in Pittsburgh now.
Yeah, that's true.
Trading Jared Bednar for a third-round pick is crazy, bro. I would never do that.
Well,
if you're going to fire him,
yeah,
might as well get something.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give my prediction and say that Jared Bednar, it's very unusual, but he coaches on the final year of a contract.
All right. So he's back.
He's back, but he's on the final year. He does not get extended, but he is back. And it's the ultimate prove-it year. We'll see. Time will tell. All right, Russell Wilson called it a career. He reflected about his time in Denver. And what's the biggest question facing Russell Wilson post-career? We'll ask that. Also, the Broncos are back on the field tomorrow, and I know my eyes will drift to one guy. We'll get to all of it as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Parents, looking for a fun way to get your kid active this summer?
Are you kidding me?
DenverSports 104.3 The Fan's third annual Be a Mentor, Be a Fan Youth Football Camp is back. Brought to you by Walmart. Saturday, June 27th at Denver South High School's All-City Stadium. Your child, ages 8 to 14, will learn the fundamentals of football in a safe, hands-on environment from people who played the game at the highest level. We're talking former Denver Broncos Mark Schlereth, Phillip Lindsay, and Brandon Stokely, along with a trusted coaching staff from Denver South. Every dollar raised goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Colorado, so your family is giving back just by showing up. Sign up today at DenverSports.com/camp. That's DenverSports.com/camp.
This week's Recovery of the Week is brought to you by Step Denver, the men's residential addiction recovery program in Lower Downtown. Our Recovery of the Week this week belongs to the Colorado Avalanche, who have been playing hockey for over 6 months, and the group is banged up. And after being swept in the Western Conference Finals by the Las Vegas Golden Knights, they get to recover over the offseason. Frontline players like Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar get to rest and recover. And that was your Recovery of the Week, brought to you by Step Denver. And I'm here again with Derek from Step Denver. And today we're talking about sacrifice. What does sacrifice mean to you in terms of your recovery?
Yeah, sacrifice to me means putting my recovery first, right? Like if I don't put my recovery before everything else, I'm going to lose it all eventually. Before Step, I had only worked in kitchens and restaurants, but I knew I couldn't do that and stay sober in that environment. So I had to take a leap of faith and go try something different. When I see Step residents making that same sacrifice, it's really inspiring. It shows me that they're taking their recovery seriously and that what we do here really works. Here in the Step community, the biggest sacrifice is wants versus needs. For example, if I have 2 steaks, I could eat a steak dinner for 2 nights, but the better choice would be to share it with a new resident who probably hasn't had a home-cooked meal in who knows how long. Another example is from when I was in the program. After our 8 o'clock meetings, I could have gone downstairs and enjoyed my personal time in my room by watching TV, but instead I chose to play chess or cards or dominoes with other residents to build the community that I needed. The gift of the sacrifices that I made in my early recovery is that I have such a full life now. Today, I have a life worth living.
If you're listening right now and are struggling with addiction and want what the guys at Step Denver have, you can start today. Just visit stepdenver.org. Donations are also accepted at the same link. That's stepdenver.org.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Support comes from Amazon Business. You can't rely on guesswork to run your business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Empower your team today. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice, this is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able. Bring Able to the table.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, let's do some honest math. The interest rate on your credit cards, 20% or more. Your mortgage rate, much lower. So why are you sending hundreds of dollars a month to credit card companies when your home's equity could wipe out that debt? That's exactly what American Financing helps homeowners do. And they're doing it every single day for people just like you. Consolidate, collaborate, conquer. The average customer saves around $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants are licensed in all 50 states. No upfront fees, no obligation. Stop financing your past and start funding your future. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The biggest country party of the summer is happening Saturday, June 20th at Fiddler's Green Amphitheater. Flatland Cavalry.
Knowing that you're never coming back.
Shane Smith and the Saints.
All I ever see is you.
Plus Kevin Powers and Lacey K. Booth under the Colorado sky.
Who taught you how to move on? Who showed you how to make it look so damn easy?
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Spring dust, pollen, and debris clog Denver's ACs. Fix It 24/7 Spring AC Deep Clean removes buildup. First-time customers pay $39. Look now at fixmyhome.com before summer heat hits.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 104.3 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Rolling right along here on a Monday. Really appreciate you guys being with us. Just talking about the Avs and the Bednar situation. I have to say one more thing and then we'll move on.
The floor is yours.
And it's so depressing, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be really hard sitting through next regular season with the same energy that we had this year.
Now, are you talking about this is for the Nuggets, right?
No, for the Avs.
Oh, for the Avs.
Yeah, for the Avs.
I was going to say for the Nuggets, yeah, it's going to be hard, but for the Avs, it is, because we're gonna be sitting there saying, okay, like, get through the regular season like we did this year, so that you guys can get back to the playoffs. And now you guys have to find a way. This is it. Like, you guys must win the championship. So it's gonna be hard. Yes.
I don't think that we could have you must win the championship any more than we had it this year.
So then what's next year gonna be for us? Like what is it?
It's going to be a good regular season. They're going to be good. They're going to be a top 3 seed. It's just going to be, and maybe this is just something that you say in June, and when you get to October, you're actually all fired up once again because you know absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Rejuvenated. You're ready.
You miss hockey, and you can talk yourself into, okay, I know last year we had Cup expectations and lost, and I know the year before it was Cup expectations and lost, and I also know the year before that we were Cup favorites as well and lost. And then the year before that, we were also Cup favorites and lost.
Damn.
But this year, I know the last 4 years, but this year.
This is the year.
See, I just, again, knowing myself, I'll probably be all fired up for the start of it. But as I sit here now, what made this regular season even just a little bit different than next year can be, it was you got bounced in the first round last year to Dallas. And a part of that is just because of the construct of the NHL playoffs and the way that they do seedings. And those early matchups are like, they feel like cup finals. And it's like, man, you really have to go finish as the number 1 seed to circumvent that issue that stymied you against Dallas. And they went and did it. And then they went and won the first 2 playoff rounds and then were promptly swept. And it's just going to be hard. It's just like, this is all hard. It's all hard. And if there's a new coach, maybe that will change the dynamic because we'll be so curious about, like, what is the new setup.
But tell me this, like, you have a new coach, but the same players.
Yeah.
Like, identically the same. Maybe, like, Britt Burns is not there. I don't believe he's going to come back.
No, and he shouldn't.
A couple French players. But overall, it's going to be the same players. And if the players go in there with the same mentality that they had against the Vegas Golden Knights, they're going to lose. Because this is where I feel like this wasn't on Bednar. This was on the players to go out there and do their part. So even if you have a fresh voice, but the guys don't do their part, we're in the same situation where we don't have a cup. The players have to step up and do something different than they did the years you just got done listing.
But at least with a new coach and a new voice, it'll be a movie we hadn't seen. Like, the Knights were so out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They were so out of it. Some here say a 0.0% chance of impacting the NHL playoffs. So that was said here behind the scenes by our own.
Don't even worry about Vegas. Like, all right.
Now, and that's our guy Drew here behind the scenes. But like at the time he said that, it made sense.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But the games are played on ice. And I would just say it's much more unlikely than likely.
Damn. See, I'm on the other side. I mean, Nathan McKinnon is still in his prime. Kel,
But we just saw
still in his
Nathan
prime.
McKinnon not score a goal in a series. We saw
I
Cale
know,
McCarr
I
not
know.
score a goal.
But also, there's context. You're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like this.
You can go any road but injuries. Go ahead. Keep going. Really anxious to hear what you have to say. You can take any avenue but injuries.
It was a tough matchup.
Yeah, it was. And so was the Dallas the year before that, and so was Seattle the year after the Cup, and so was Vegas the year before the Cup when they were favored to win it. Like, it's tough. The Stanley Cup playoffs are tough.
Bingo. And that's why it's like, Z, we're sitting here and we're saying cup or bust, and I'm saying cup or bust. But it's so hard to win a championship. And honestly, although we've been saying cup or bust, and I'm asking honestly,
I'm not saying cup or bust again if nothing changes.
Did the players in the locker room ever say cup or bust?
Yes. Yes.
I don't remember anybody
they
saying
all
that.
did. They all did. Nathan McKinnon did an interview with ESPN and said it.
Did he
all
say cup or
said
bust?
Yes. It was who said it? LOC after the series wound up. They said the first day of training camp. We said it's Stanley Cup or bust. That's why this idea that like Jared Bednar gets, who I love, I feel guilty even saying it, but he gets an extension for failing. The point of the season was to go win the Stanley Cup.
Grass is not always green on the other side, Z. We talk about it all the time.
I understand, but this grass is not that green. They got swept. They weren't competitive. They didn't reach the Stanley Cup Finals. They got swept. Like, it pains me to say it, and some of it is based on frustration because we should be talking about Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals should be tonight. Tonight was Game 7. And the season's been over for a week. Again, I love Jared Bednar. I do. Like, he's been a great coach for the Avs. But
sounds like somebody that's breaking up with his significant other. I love you, but I gotta dump you.
Like, it's one of these things where I don't know what's gonna change.
It's not you, it's me, baby.
And if you say it's cup or bust, and nothing busts, and everything remains the same,
well, something's gonna bust, and it's not gonna be Jared Bednar. And I continue to bring it up. I think it's gonna be a player again. Chris McFarland, Jared Bednar, they're going to come together. They made this trade from Mikko to Netjes. It doesn't seem like it's working out when it matters the most in the playoffs. Now, Netjes had a great year this year, 100 points. Was it 36 goals, I want to say, 36.
Yeah, I thought it was 38. Something
38,
like that.
36 goals.
Yeah.
Like, he did a great job. But when it mattered the most in the playoffs, Nathan McKinnon did not show up. Netjes did not show up. Cale didn't show up. So something has to give, and it's going to be a player, Z. I'm telling you, it's going to be a player.
Phil, they already did the massive shakeup.
And they're going to do it again.
They already traded the 100-point fan favorite. Like, they've already redesigned the goaltending room. Do the fringe trade, the adding the depth. They've tried everything except for one thing, and that's changing the voice. And again, I feel terrible about it, but can it really be cup or bust if you don't make the Stanley Cup Finals, you get swept in the Western Conference Finals, and nothing busts?
So if nothing busts,
you will not hear me say.
saying?
You won't hear me say cup or bust, because if
That's
there was
gonna be hard for you not to do.
If there was ever, I promise you, I won't say it. I promise
you.
You
Gotta make a bet on this one.
I promise you.
So if they go next year,
what's the coach's name up in Boulder? It's Deion Sanders, right?
You know that,
right?
Yeah,
and
prime to you,
and that's what I call him, right? I don't call him by the other name.
You
have not. No, I have not. No, I have not. No, I have not. You will not hear me say cup or bust when you have the ultimate ready-baked Stanley Cup favorite. I mean, you're minus 265 to win the series.
But you're acting like it's a video game. It's so hard to win.
I understand it.
We've had great players, great teams for many years, and I've only brought in 3 championships. Think about that.
No, I understand. But and I've lived how hard it is. For 8 of the last 9 years, you haven't been able to win a round after the second. And I keep saying the same thing. The 22 season was glorious, but the rest of this era of Avalanche hockey has been defined by collapse.
So if you're not going to say cup or bust, I'm anxious to see what you're going to say or hear what you're going to say.
Go Avs. That's what you're going to hear me say. And hopefully they break through. Hopefully their path is different.
Go Avs, go, huh?
Hopefully they don't play, Vegas
or
Dallas.
So you're not going to be impressed
or Pete
at
DeBoer.
all? So you're just gonna wait and let the days pass in the regular season and say, okay, but we gotta get to the playoffs. To get past the first round, second round, we gotta get past this third round. That's your mentality? Like,
I guess I honestly, and I'm being real, I can't even think about next year right now. I don't even know who's coaching the team. When's the end of the season press conference? Is Chris McFarland still the GM? Is he in Nashville?
No, you're right. There's a lot of questions that have to be answered.
And they have gone all in. They pushed their chips in the center for this year. They're out of assets. It's similar to the Denver Nuggets. It's like they have gone all in. You don't have picks, right? You're at your financial threshold. Like, dude, we're talking about no team in the history of hockey has ever won a Stanley Cup with a single player making more than $10 million, and you're going to have 3 of them. And so I'm not saying this to wallow in depression. Like, looking at it with sober eyes, it's troubling. It's troubling. And I don't know what's going to be different. If it's not Jared Bednar, it's going to be the same collection of guys.
So if Jared Bednar leaves and they bring in somebody else, first-year head coach, my guessing that's what's going to happen. Is it cup or bust for you then? First year head coach, you gonna put that pressure on that man?
I mean, that's what they just did with the Nuggets. Like, we just saw the same sequence with the Denver Nuggets.
But they made some drastic changes.
If it's going to be a first-time head coach, just roll with Jared Bednar. If you're and since buying the Avs, KSE, 4 of the 5 coaches that they've hired were first-time head coaches, and if that's what it's going to be. In a cup or bust window, then just keep Bednar. I guess, or roll the dice. I don't know. I can't even think about next year right now.
You said it's a cup or bust window. Said you're done. You're done talking about cup or bust. Look at you.
I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated, and I don't know what the heck's going on.
It's insane. It really is. It should be frustrating for someone like Jared Bednar. It's frustrating to fans. You don't have an end of season press conference yet. What is going on? What's next? What's the next steps? Who's out the door? Is it a player? Is it a coach? Somebody's out the door.
Or is it no one?
Or is it nobody? Are you just running it back?
This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARS FM Laramie. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Powered by Regen RX.
Woo! Come on, ZB.
A lot of questions, not a lot of answers.
No.
A lot of questions. And so, again, it's frustration, the uncertainty of what is next. It's going to be a long offseason. A shorter offseason than most fan bases, because you did reach the NHL's Final Four, but it's still going to feel long.
It's going to be a long time coming. But you know what, ZB? We're going to get through it. Oh, yes, we will.
And on the RamosLaw.com text line, and I want to shift gears here because I could
Oh,
talk about this for another hour.
I feel you.
I really could. Come on, Z. We lost because Makar was hurt. You can't say that. Cale Makar is not worth a 4-game sweep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. And Cale Makar is great.
Netches is there. You got Nathan McKinnon that we're pounding the table to win the MVP. 2 goalies that we say are competent enough to win still a game, and yet you get swept. Like, that's unacceptable.
No, you can't. And they weren't competitive. It was the final game of the series that it was a single-goal loss. It was multi-goal loss every single time. It was blowing leads. It was getting dominated. You guys watched the games like I did. They got dominated. It was embarrassing. You were an overwhelming favorite and got embarrassed. And so you can't just pin that on one guy. The 0-1 Avs won multiple series without Peter Forsberg, who is a Mount Rushmore Av. And you couldn't win a game without Cale Makar? Come on. On the heels of 6 months saying this is the deepest team of all time, like, come on. We can't have it both ways. You can't talk about how this team was as deep as any team of this era of Avs hockey and then say a guy got hurt. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. Cale's loss was massive, but we just can't.
Well, then Cale comes back, and we talk about it. Cale comes back. They're up 3-0 at the time and still get beat. So there's no excuse. The Avs should have made it more interesting, at least took it to a game 6 or 7. They didn't do that. They got swept. It's embarrassing. You have to find a way to move on at some point, and they have to find a way to get a cup if Jared Bednar comes back, because this will probably be his final year if he does not win a cup.
And Mike and Parker says, then stop saying the Broncos lost the AFC Championship because Bo Nix was hurt. Dude, it's different. Bo Nix plays quarterback. Bo plays QB. He touches the ball on every single play, and that's a one game. That's a one-off. This is a series.
Yeah, it's a series.
The better team is supposed to win. We thought the Avs were unequivocally the best team in hockey, and it's a series. It didn't reach a game 5. So, Mike and Parker, I love you, but I think that's different. I do. I think it's different. Do you think it's different?
No, I think it's different too. Like ZVR won today. He's upset. You better agree with me.
No,
it is a one-off game. You have a series. The better team should be able to overcome things and win that series. The Avs did not do that against the Vegas Golden Knights, who were without their coach. Right? They fired their coach almost at the end of the season. All right, and Torch takes over, who's done it before. But my man just said, "Hey, I'm doing things a little different. I'm listening to my players. I'm letting them play," and that's exactly what they did. Played great defense, had a great game plan, and they executed when they needed to. That's something that the Avalanche couldn't do. Even when the Avalanche had opportunities after opportunities, they couldn't put the puck in the back of the net, and that's the issue.
All right. We got to shift gears. I want to just pass along some news that we're just finding out in real time. Rick Adelman, longtime NBA coach and, of course, the father of David Adelman, has passed away. Drew, was there? Do we have any information on the context of the passing, or is it just he passed?
Yeah, that's all we know at this point is just that he passed away. The news came out probably about, I guess, an hour ago, but it's kind of just now breaking now to most of the reporters that he's passed away.
Okay, man. Rick Adelman he was an awesome coach, a player back in the day, a draft pick once upon a time to the San Diego Rockets. And I remember Rick Adelman mostly from him coaching the Sacramento Kings. He was the coach of the Kings for the better part of a decade, from the late 90s through 2006, I believe. And he coached the Rockets. He coached the Minnesota Timberwolves. He coached the Golden State Warriors. I mean, he coached the Blazers. And I believe he played for the Blazers even back in the day. But the wars between the
10th all-time in coaching wins, man.
Is it 10th all-time? Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, he had a great run. But I remember him coaching those Kings teams that could have won a championship, could have won championships. And with Vlade Divac and Chris Webber and Mike Bibby and Peja Stojakovic, Hedo Turkoglu, Bobby Jackson. I mean, they had a great team. And they would match up a few years in a row with the Shaq and Kobe Los Angeles Lakers with Derek Fisher and Samaki Walker. And it was just they had just crazy battles. And we knew whoever was going to come out of that Kings-Lakers series was going to beat AI Sixers or Reggie Miller's, Pacers or what have you, the Nets with J-Kidd. So that and obviously really sad day for the head coach of the Denver Nuggets here as his son.
Losing your father, man, that's at some point, man, when somebody impacts you and they're gone, it hurts. And actually, I have to give a shout out to one of my old neighbors. He came by, stopped by the house, and older man, he's 78. I want to say wife just passed a year ago, struggling a little bit.
Yep.
And we're sitting at the dinner table, and he said, "Hey, I just want to let you guys know that you guys should do some kind of video voice of yourselves." He said, because I couldn't find one of my wife, and I forgot what her voice sounded like.
Oh, my God.
And that right there, man, that tore me up. And it was like, wow. And thankfully one of his kids had a video with her voice and stuff. So, it's sad, but he's doing all right. He's trying to get through these days, and he's been with his wife for 53 years. Wow. Yeah, 53 years, and now he's no longer, she's no longer here. So he's trying to figure things out.
Well, that is incredibly sad, and loss, unfortunately, is a part of life.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks. And not to one up that, because 53 years is insane, but my grandparents yesterday celebrated 68 years of marriage. 68 years of marriage.
When they get married, when they were 2 years old? What the hell?
Well, he's 94.
Oh, okay.
So you just reverse engineer, but it's insane. And I remember my wedding. let's just keep going because I
Yeah.
know I'm going to get. But sad day. Rick Adelman passing. That is sad. Great coach. I'm sure David Adelman is going through it, and that is some breaking news here. All right. I want to shift gears, Mr. Phillip Lindsay. The Broncos are back on the field tomorrow. If I'm out there, my eyes drift to one guy.
Who's that?
It's Jalen Waddle. The first time that we're going to see this star wide receiver have a Bronco logo on his helmet, flying around, catching balls, unfortunately not from Bo Nix, but Jarrett Stidham and Sam Ellinger.
Sammy E.
I think for me, like from an interest standpoint, that is the number one storyline heading into tomorrow, just because it's something that we haven't seen before.
Of course. Like, our eyes are going to be on Waddle, but my eyes specifically, I'm going straight to Davis Webb. All right, the play caller. I want to know how he's going to orchestrate this offense, what he looks like, how confident is he when he's calling those plays, even in practice. All right, how do the players react to him when something goes wrong and Davis Webb has to get in there, what?
Sure.
And will Davis Webb do that? Will he be able to talk to his players, have disagreements? Is he going to teach his players like Sean Payton does? That's one thing that both you and I observed throughout camp is Sean is a teacher.
Definitely.
He's going to stop practice.
Definitely.
And he's going to make sure everybody's on the same page, and he's very detailed. He's going to explain what he wants, when he wants it done on first, second, and third down. Now you have Davis Webb. He's young. He's still learning. What does that look like? Can he stop practice? Will Sean Payton let him stop practice to teach the players what he wants done? So that's who I'm looking for. What does Davis Webb look like? How does the players and do the players respect Davis Webb? How does the interactions go with Davis Webb and Sean Payton and the flow of the offense, even during practice? How does that look as well, man? There's a lot of questions that we're going to be asking about Davis Webb and what he can bring to the table.
No, that's another good one. And you brought this up earlier in the show, and I didn't really think about it. I don't know what Davis Webb's voice sounds like.
I don't either.
My
man dipped out on us. He was supposed to be the quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes and saw one practice and decommitted.
He's like, I'm good. I'm good.
Cal, here I go.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And what kind of presence does he have in practice? What kind of license does he have from Sean Payton? Like, how empowered is Davis Webb on a day like tomorrow? And we're fixing to find out. I was thinking about this earlier this morning, and I'm sure we talked about it right after the trade, but now that the dust has settled, we're going into the season. Broncos will be back on the field tomorrow. Do the Broncos have a top what wide receiver room? A top what?
I'm going to go with top 5. A top 5 wide receiver room because you're mixing them all together, and specifically it's going to be Courtland Sutton and Jalen Waddle. I mean, those two are dynamic receivers that do different things for you. So you're getting the best of both worlds. A big physical receiver that can catch the ball on third downs to move the chains, but also can catch the 50-50 ball. And then you could turn around and have Jalen Waddle who can do it all. He can run every route in the route tree. All right, he can take a screen, take it to the house for an 80-yard touchdown. He can catch down the middle of the field. He's tough enough to do that. He's of course, has the speed, a lot of speed, where he's going to be able to stretch that football field. So how could you not have a top 5 receiver duo, especially if you can have both of them go over 1,000 yards? Bo Nix, there is no excuse for that man this year. He should go over, Bo Nix specifically right now, 4,000 yards passing because you have Jalen Waddle, Courtland Sutton. You got Marvin Mims, Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin. There's some really good, solid receivers that you can play pitch and catch with on top of Evan Ingram, who we both think will get going this year. So Bo Nix should be able to thrive in this offense with the weapons that he has. And Waddle and Courtland Sutton kind of complement each other. It should be a great year for the receiver room. Top 5, Z.
Top 5? Who?
Because we're talking about duos.
Yeah. Top 5 room. Yeah, I think I could go there.
Could you?
I think I could go there. In totality, if you look at any one, like if you look at just Jalen Waddle. Now earlier in the show, you said Jalen Waddle was a top 5 wide receiver.
Yes.
I'm going to give you an opportunity. I'm going to give you an opportunity to correct yourself. Jalen Waddle's not We're all going to love Jalen Waddle. I'm going to be doing the Waddle in the living
No, you're
room on
not.
Sundays.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But he's not a top 5 wide receiver.
He could in this offense. Can I change it to that?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate you showing me some grace.
Yes, absolutely.
In this offense, with the weapons around and Bo Nix, Jalen Waddle could be a top 5 receiver this year. Now, he was my teammate. I got to see him firsthand and how electrifying he is and how tough he is. But also, I know that he was on a team where he had to take a step back because Tyreek Hill is there. Big personality. He's going to win his reps.
Sure.
On top of that, Tua was not the best version of himself for multiple years. And Tua was dealing with his head and his brain being scrambled, all that. And so when you have something like that happen, it looks like you're regressing as a receiver when you know you need your quarterback to find you. And I think you're going to see the best version of Waddle because he wants to prove that he still has it. And there's just so many more weapons out there that he's going to be open on one-on-one opportunities.
Now, I want to tap into you being his teammate because we saw Courtland Sutton once have a game where he didn't have a single target.
Yeah.
And he was okay with it. It was Thursday Night Football against the Saints. Sean Payton famously said, if that ever happens again, come slap me upside my head and ask me what I'm doing.
Yeah, Courtland's going to probably backhand him with the back of his hand. Just, yeah.
Is Jalen Waddle the type of guy, like he doesn't have a target in the first half and he's like letting you know, like, hey.
Yeah, so Waddle, he's not going to get in your face, right? He's not going to be one of those prima donnas that's going to get in your face, but he's going to talk to you. And he's going to make sure and remind you in the huddle. All right, for example, we're playing the Panthers, and Waddle goes up to Tua in the huddle. Tua's calling the play, and Waddle say, hey, man, I'll be open. Like, just trust me. And sure enough, the man was open. Gets open in the middle of the field, takes it for another 20, 25 yards. Because, and I used to do this too, right? As a quarterback, there's so much stuff going on in your head. The play call, when you line up, where everybody is lined up at, the defense, what are they running, what's my check? And the first thing they think of is who was talking to them first, right? Coming out of that huddle. So I used to kind of slip it in. Hey, Drew Lock. Hey, man, if nothing's open, I'm there, dump it down. That's all he remembers now because there's so much going on. So what does he do? The first thing he's like, I heard Phil's voice, I'm going to dump it down, right? So, like, there's ways you could try to get the ball psychologically, with a quarterback. And when you're someone like Waddle, that's all he's going to do in the huddle. It's just remind him, I'm open. Like, give me an opportunity, give me a shot. And Bo Nix is going to definitely take advantage of that because he wants to build that trust with Waddle. He wants to probably be more aggressive anyway. So it's going to be a great combination, man. But, yes, Waddle is going to say something where someone like Court, he probably won't say as much.
Right. Very interesting. Not just from a, like, on-field complimentary standpoint, but, like, personality standpoint as well. How do these guys all fit? And I'm so curious. And tomorrow we're going to start gathering our clues, and then the big boy clues will come late next month. And training camp is next month. Like, think about that.
That's crazy.
Like, we are now in June, late July. It'll be probably like July 25th or something like that. But I'm so curious to watch the battle for supremacy on the Broncos pass-catching totem pole because not everyone's going to eat. Not everyone's going to eat. And so, like, we're talking about Waddle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you start, like, talking about production and numbers and how does that contrast with Courtland? Because like, newsflash, Courtland's been the more productive receiver these past couple years.
He has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard years.
Right. And so you have that going on, and how does that work itself out? But also, we have this other guy that is getting big money named Evan Ingram that we're hoping, like, can revive what we thought he was going to be under Davis Webb. So that's going to eat into the target share. And then you have these 3 young, talented, drafted wide receivers that are developing, each on their own timeline right now. But Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, and Pat Bryant, like, the Broncos had real plans for all of those guys. So how this sorts itself out over the course of training camp, over the course of September into October, obviously extrapolated for the whole season, I'm fascinated how this, like, meritocracy ends up unfolding.
Oh, without a doubt, it's going to be entertaining as hell. Get your popcorn ready because you're going to probably see a different fire inside someone like Courtland Sutton to show Waddle, like, hey, I'm the captain of this ship.
Do you think he feels threatened?
Oh, yeah,
like
a little bit.
A healthy degree?
As a human, like, you've been comfortable for multiple years. Everybody looks at you as the captain and the number 1 receiver. And now you're bringing in Waddle, who has done it too, and he's not going to take a backseat to anybody, two strong personalities, it's going to be interesting to see. Now, it's not going to be a friction. They both are going to respect each other.
Sure.
But it's going to come down to competing and getting the best out of them, which now you're going to get the best out of Marvin Mims and Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin too, because now it's like we know 1A and 1B are going to get a lot of reps. But what about that third receiver? There's only going to be 3 receivers on that field, my guess, and plus a tight end.
Sure.
So who's going to be that guy out there all the time? Is it Troy Franklin? Is it Pat Bryant? Is it Marvin Mims? So there's going to be so much competition that's going to be entertaining as heck to just watch. And you're going to get the best out of everybody. And it will work itself out, whether it's an injury with knock on wood, knock on your head, Z. I don't want that to happen. Or maybe it's just being more consistent, even with Waddle and Court. Court had an issue last year, dropping balls.
Sure.
Waddle really doesn't drop a lot of footballs. So you have these two dynamics going on, and then you got situations going on, and then you got Waddle or Troy Franklin, you got Mims and Pat Bryant. They're battling for that number 3 spot.
I think that's the most entertaining battle to watch. It's the battle for the third wide receiver, the third most targets in the wide receiver room between Mims, Franklin, and Bryant. And if you look at someone like Troy Franklin, as a rookie, he goes for 263 yards, right? As a sophomore year player, second year player, he goes for 709.
Yeah.
Like that is the type of leap he deserves his flowers on that, because that rookie year was hard to watch. It was one of the worst training camps we've ever seen.
I thought he was going to get cut.
If he didn't have a 4 next to his draft status and it was a 6 or a 7, he would have been. It was one of the worst summers of a player with expectation that I've ever seen. But the way that he rebounded and the receptions, look at the receptions. You go from, and talking about Troy Franklin here, 28 catches his first year to 65 catches his second season. Over 100 targets for Troy Franklin. And so for someone like him, if Waddle never entered the fold, we're talking about Troy Franklin, the next progression, 263 yards, 709 yards. Is it like, is this a 1,000-yard guy?
Well, but see, this is where you have to think about what the front office is thinking in Sean and George. If they thought that he was going to be a 1,000-yard receiver,
yeah, there you go.
They wouldn't go and get Waddle.
Sure.
They would have just stuck with their plan because
he's
everybody
got the
wants
speed
to be right.
too, and he's got the speed as well.
Exactly, and everybody wants to be right. You drafted this man in the 4th round for a reason. You think highly of him. You drafted Pat Bryant, but yet you went and had a big-time trade to bring in Waddle because you don't feel confident with your receiving core, and you know that this is a situation where you have to try to get to a Super Bowl this year because you got Bo Nix's contract coming up. You have Cortland on this big contract, and you don't know what you want to do with that. There's a lot of drama going on. And so for Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, and then we have to shoehorn in Marvin Mims because where does he fit in?
I don't know.
And that's something that we're going to have to figure out. I think that there's definitely a spot for him. If he stars in his role as a utility guy, the true joker, then you're looking at a guy that can be really dynamic for you. And now that you have Jalen Waddle on the left, Cortland Sutton on the right, you got Pat Bryant stretching the football field, nobody's thinking of Marvin Mims, and Marvin Mims is able to break for an 80-yard touchdown because he has to make one person miss.
I think that can happen on occasion. But I think on a down-to-down basis, and maybe we can talk more about this tomorrow, but I think on a down-to-down basis, it's Marvin Mims on the outside looking in. On a down-to-down, series-by-series basis. He's a weapon. We know that. And so you can incorporate him in, and he can have maybe 3 to 5 of those plays throughout the year. But I think on a down-to-down basis, he's on the outside looking in.
What's going to tell us a lot is tomorrow when they go out with the first unit. If they do some 7-on-7, who are the first 3 receivers out there? We know Cortland and Waddle are going to be there as long as they're there at practice. It's not mandatory. So
who do you think the third wide receiver will be tomorrow? When they go with the first group, who is it?
Troy Franklin. I think it's going to be Troy.
Okay.
I was going to say Mims. I don't think they're going to go with Pat Bryant just yet. They're going to keep forcing him to earn his way up. I think they're going to go with Troy Franklin because he went for 700 yards, and they want to stroke his little ego right now. That's my take on it. What you thinking?
I think you might be right.
Troy?
Because he has earned the most. Over 700 yards is over 700 yards. And it's funny, man, like these coaches will say it doesn't matter. And I remember it myself, like I'm playing college basketball, and it'd be the first day of camp. And my coach would say, just give me 5 guys. Give me, Shea, Devin, Malcolm, Shanty, and Evan. And sure as hell, it'd be the first game of the year, and we're going with Shea, Devin, Shanty, Malcolm, and Evan. And it's like, okay, like so the coach's vision is the coach's vision. And, man, and you know a lot better than me, man, that vision to get in it.
Oh, yeah, it's
hard. To get in it, and then if you're in it, to work your way out of it, and what that looks like for other people who are in or out of the vision to get in or out of it, it's there's just a lot there to it, no doubt about it. All right, if you want to react to any of this conversation, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. You can also hit us up on our YouTube chat presented by Champ Honda. Okay, we never got to the Russell Wilson stuff. He called it a career. He reflected over the weekend about his time in Denver. We'll play that for you. And also, what's the answer to the biggest question facing Russell Wilson post-career? We'll get to that next.
It's the ultimate showdown for a great cause.
Setting up the ultimate gold medal showdown.
On June 11th, Brandon Stokely goes head-to-head with Zach By in 100 Holes for Kids. 100 holes of golf. It's a one-day event all to raise money for Recruiting Classroom, whose mission it is to help kids play sports. Who will raise the most? That's where you come in. Pick your player, make your donation, and help kids win. To support Brandon Stokely, head to StokelyCares.com. To support Zach By, head to ZachCares.com.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping that question here soon. And if that's the case, then we all know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. Whether you're starting your next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a new milestone, or hey, finally just doing something special for yourself for once, this is where it's all going to begin at Williams Jewelers. Imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine in the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado. Guys, that's guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and, of course, the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also in Inglewood, at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
June hits different at Coors Field. Great matchups all month long, including the Chicago Cubs and Boston Red Sox. And the vibes don't stop there. Score exclusive giveaways, City Connect hat, a first-of-its-kind Dinger bobblehead, a Rockies soccer jersey, and a Hawaiian shirt on Father's Day. Baseball at altitude. It doesn't get better than this. Make your summer count. We're here for the climb. Get your tickets now at Rockies.com/tickets.
Memorial Day savings are going on now at Mountain High Appliances Clearance Center. Hi, I'm Brad Barnett, president and founder of Mountain High Appliance. Save up to 60% on brand new appliances from Bosch, GE, LG, KitchenAid, and more. Amazing savings on out-of-box, discontinued, and floor models. Plus, we'll match any local competitor's price. Visit us today and experience the difference.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you. You're hearing this right now. So are your customers. That's radio. It still works. But your customers don't live in one place anymore. Tonight, they're streaming Denver's biggest game on their TV. Tomorrow, they're deep in the most popular podcast in the country. Next week, all three, all over again. We build one campaign that reaches them everywhere. Radio, streaming TV, podcasts, all under one roof, all measured, all working together. That's not a pitch. That's a system. DenverSports.com. Let's build yours.
Hey, Stoke here for ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Summer's coming in hot. Don't wait. Beat the rush with an early bird cooling system tune-up and inspection for only $49 from ROX Rocks Heating and Air. They'll inspect your system and keep you cool when everyone else is scrambling. Call Rocks Heating and Air today and schedule your tune-up before the end of June. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, tomorrow, Broncos back on the field. We will hopefully hear from Sean Payton, maybe even Davis Webb after a day like tomorrow. I'm curious if they will make Bo Nix available.
I don't think so. I don't know if we're going to see Bo Nix outside if he's not thrown around. I think he'll be in the rehab room. They're going to want to keep him inside so that people like us don't watch and look at what he's doing, his every movement, saying, oh, he's limping right here. So I can see him keeping him inside, and we're not going to probably hear from Bo until camp, man.
Maybe so. You may be right about that. And he's had just a quiet, like he hasn't been on any podcasts or anything like that.
No inspirational video put out there
on
like
YouTube.
you did.
No.
Doing sprint work.
He did have a letter that he wrote to his daughter.
A great letter.
And that was before we got the news about the second surgery, right? So we'll see. But tomorrow should be an interesting day here on The Fan, no doubt about it. All right, so Russell Wilson called it a career. How would you summarize Russell Wilson's career?
Well, when Russ was in his prime and he was all about football, he had a great career, right? The first 9 years.
10 years.
10 years were awesome, man. Watching him in Seattle and the way that he would maneuver around defenders and still throw a beautiful deep ball and getting to 2 Super Bowls, winning one of them, should have won 2. And Pete Carroll Russell himself gotten his own way by deciding to throw the ball on the 1 yard line instead of handing the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. Who does that? Just hand the damn ball off.
It's one of the most
Still pisses me off.
egregious mistakes in NFL history.
Like, come on, dude. You have a chance to win another Super Bowl and you mess it up for yourself.
Talk about trying to win it your way.
Yeah,
not
right?
just trying to win it.
Like
Trying
Subway,
to win
you
it.
said, was it have it your way? Was that Subway?
No.
Which one was that?
no.
McDonald's?
Have it your way. That was Burger King.
Oh, that was Burger
right?
King, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, have it your way. Although Russell Wilson was a spokesperson for Subway.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
To tie a full circle. Dante, you want to say something? No. Okay. He'll say something in my ear, but then I say, "Go ahead and say it on the air."
He has smart ass comments,
and then he won't say it on the air. Yeah, he was great. He was great, man. Like that first decade in the NFL, it was the most wins in NFL history. It was the most second most touchdown passes after only Peyton Manning of someone in their first 10 years in the NFL. But when he fell off, man, for me, I think this is the steepest fall off for any great quarterback that we've ever seen. I'd like to hear some suggestions if you guys have some. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. This thing, like, even from his last year in Seattle to his first year in Denver, the contrast is so stark.
He couldn't get out of his own way, Z.
No.
That was his downfall right there. Not necessarily his athletic ability going down the drain. It was him. And him trying to be bigger than the team.
Yeah.
And players seeing that and saying, okay, we're not dealing with that anymore. We're tired of that. When you are someone like Richard Sherman and you want your quarterback's number and he tells you that to get it from his secretary.
Crazy.
You're talking about Richard Sherman, dude.
He lost himself.
Yes, he really did.
He lost his way. He did, and hopefully perspective sits in, and it does for a lot of us as we get older. But seeing Russell Wilson in a Broncos uniform, like in time, will be like remembering Hakeem Olajuwon in a Raptors uniform. Like, it's just something that should have never been, right? And there's a bunch of those examples throughout the history of sports, but specifically here in Denver. And yeah, he played for the Steelers for a cup of coffee and very quickly with the New York Giants. But that 2022 season, when he came here, when he came on the scene, all right, and I'm doing the whole,
This is not a drill.
right, and the entire town was inside out. It was unbelievable how exciting things were. That's when Von Miller started to advocate his way back to Denver.
I wanted to come back. I'm like, damn, they're gonna get really good, and I'm not gonna be able to be a part of that. Like, bring me back, George.
And the Broncos went on to win 5 games that year, and it was just a nightmare, just an absolute nightmare. 7 primetime games. So the failure was so spectacular, but it was also in front of the world. Just about half the games. And, so he calls it a career. He's going to be joining CBS. He's going to be in the studio with James Brown and Nate Burleson and Bill Cowher.
How you feel about
that? Different than I thought I was going to feel, because I saw him the one Sunday this past year do like a demo with those guys, and I was expecting nothing. I was expecting Robot Russ, and he actually showcased a part of his personality that I didn't know existed. And I said, even at the time, man, I think he's going to be good at this.
Yeah, I do remember you coming in and saying that.
Yeah, I'm like, I think he's going to be really good at this. And so he allowed himself to, like, be a person, like be a real, like, person, and not be so robotic. So I think he's going to find success in television. He certainly has the resume. This is Russell Wilson on Bussin' with the Boys over the weekend, recalling his experience in Denver.
The history of being in Denver, like, it was challenging. I tore 80-90% of my lat on my right side trying to throw, but it was hard, bro. It was like I was bad every throw. But, like, I'm a competitor. I'm old school. I believe that the quarterback's supposed to be on the field no matter what the circumstances are. The unfortunate part is we lost like 9 games by like 5-6 points or less, which, like, in Seattle we always won them. But okay, you go through that first year and it is what it is. And then here comes Sean Payton. I'm super excited about that. Like, we're having candlelit dinners and watching film together, Red Zone, this, that, and the other, just sitting there like in his office, like, and everything's going great. And all of a sudden, I think I'm second in the AFC or second in the NFL in touchdown passes, but our record's not very good. And all of a sudden we got on a hot streak, and like we felt like we were one of the hotter teams in football. And I felt like I was like, I'm me again fully. There's a tricky situation where they want to make a business decision and say, we're going to bench you for the rest of your last 9 games if you don't change your injury guarantee. I'm like, wait, what? I remember playing Monday Night Football. They said, okay, you're going to play this game. Like, am I going to play the next ones? They're like, we don't know. We've gotten on a hot streak. We've started to beat these teams. So like, wait, what do you mean? Like, so like, I remember making a double spin move, going to the back corner to Cortland Sutton, 4th down. He makes a crazy catch. And I just remember, I don't really ever talk, shit. And I'm like, and I remember coming to the sideline. I was like, you must not know me, and there's really only one person I'm talking to in that moment, But you know what's crazy is that like, man, I wouldn't trade any of that because of the relationships, the people that I got to be close with. They obviously have Bo now, who's done an amazing job. Stayed in touch with him a little bit, and just I don't have any jealousy in my heart. It's like, man, go shine, bro. Like this, that, and the other. And I think the big part of it is when you give to others is always a return back to you.
Wow, he covered a lot of ground.
There's a lot. There's a lot there.
And ends it with you always get a lot back.
Yeah.
When you give, which is an interesting thing to say when your charity got exposed for 75 cents out of every dollar was
Russ
going
loves the kids,
back
baby.
to you and the CEO of the charity, which is literally illegal. So what was your biggest takeaway there?
That obviously at the beginning of all this, Sean and Russ had a great relationship. Right? They were whining and dining each other.
Candlelit
dinners. Like who's doing that?
Wow.
Intimate settings. Watching Red Zone together, watching film together. And then as time went on, Sean got frustrated with Russ. Russ got frustrated with Sean. And talking to some of my former teammates and just players in the building, like you could just feel that tension between both of them during practices, during meetings. It was just not a good environment to be around. And when you're trying to win games and your head coach hates the quarterback and the quarterback hates the head coach, it's hard to focus.
Toxic.
And that's exactly what it was. And so yeah, it was. What I'm taking from it is it was a great start of a relationship. You get married and you find out that person that you thought you loved, you don't really love them anymore, and you want a divorce. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, man, oh man, what a tale. What a tale for Russell Wilson. I asked, hey, throw me some quarterbacks that had as big of a fall off as Russell Wilson. Someone said Cam Newton. That's an interesting one. He was never the same after Super Bowl 50, but believe it or not, and this throws me for a loop, Cam Newton played more years in the NFL after Super Bowl 50 than he had years in the NFL before Super Bowl 50.
You got me confused right there. So
Cam Newton had more years in the NFL after Super Bowl 50 when the Broncos broke him than he had years leading up to Super Bowl 50.
Okay.
But I agree with the Texer sentiment. Like mostly, even though he was around the league, he was never, ever the same.
What about Aaron Rodgers? Where would you put Aaron in all this? Because he only has one championship. He's kind of been one where he's been weird, where he always wants attention. And I think he rubbed his teammates the wrong way towards the end of his career with the Green Bay Packers.
Sure, but I don't think that Rodgers' on-field fall-off is quite the same as Russ's. Not quite. I mean, he was in the postseason this past year, right?
He was.
So Carson Wentz.
Damn.
That's one. He was an MVP candidate.
He was.
And was gonna win it. He gets hurt, and then his backup takes over, goes and wins the Super Bowl. That kind of broke him. And so, yeah, that's a good reference point as well. Okay, real quick, we got to go. Russ a Hall of Famer?
Yes, Russ is a Hall of Famer. Not a first ballot, but he's a Hall of Famer from his stats, him winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the accolades, the individual awards, but he will be a Hall of Famer because of what we just got to send the stats. What about you, Z?
I agree. He'll have to wait, but he'll be a Hall of Famer. Yep. All right, shifting gears, one of the largest voices in the NBA community is calling out the Denver Nuggets and their ownership by name. That's next.
You asked for it, you got it. Backed by popular demand, it's the Drives Brouhaha.
Big social brouhaha.
This summer, Zach and Phil are back on the road bringing their party to you. Next up, North Glen. June 12th from 2 to 6 at the Glen Bar and Grill.
There was quite a brouhaha.
Come find out what the commotion's all about. Head to DenverSports.com/drive for more details.
Guaranteed to bring the brouhaha.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, fellas, if you've been wandering around the house lately wondering why you're tired, foggy, unmotivated, gaining weight even though your diet isn't that bad, a lot of guys just blame it on getting older, but let's be real. You shouldn't feel like you need a nap after tying your shoes. And if your workouts feel more like warm-ups, your sleep is trash, your sex drive is in the witness protection program, it might be time to get checked out. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they use advanced medical strategies, TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more to help you get your energy back, improve sleep, boost your workouts, shed pounds, and yes, bring back that sex drive. Guys, the appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult plus a T and PSA test. And if you start treatment that day, your visit is free. So go take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. All right, takes you less than 2 minutes. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you, and they've treated tens of thousands of men. So call them at 720-440-7900, or once again, visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-895-1414. That's 800-895-1414.
What's up, everybody? Cecil Lammy here for my friends SodaDietAndNutrition.com. Listen, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Haven't gained the weight back. Why? Because with soda, I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And it's so fantastic to do weight loss the right way. There's no mystery pills. I'm not giving myself a shot, and there's no mystery chemicals that I'm putting into my body. This is knowing real food will bring you real results. And speaking of real, soda got me a real nutritionist, a personalized nutritionist that would work with me one-on-one via text when I had questions, concerned, and just sometimes straight up needed encouragement. Your weight loss journey, you've got a friend, you've got help, and that is Soda. They can be there for you just like they were there for me. I look and feel 10 years younger. I got my confidence back, and right now you can join Soda and your partner joins for free. That's 2 people. Real accountability for the price of 1. Soda changed my life, and I thank them so much. SodaDietNutrition.com. Call them up 866-800-SODA, because soda is state of the art.
Behind every door is a story. Let Weichert guide yours with expert advice and peace of mind for all of your real estate needs. Weichert, the bright choice. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Don't care for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years. And they have one of my favorite auctions that's open for bidding right now that's ending June 3rd. A government fleet vehicle and equipment auction. This has SUVs, sedans, pickup trucks, utility trucks, dump trucks, police vehicles, trailers, various municipality equipment, and so much more. Open for bidding right now only at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Flatland Cavalry. Shane Smith and the Saints.
I ever see is you.
Fiddler's Green Amphitheater, Saturday, June 20th. Get your tickets now at AXS.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, what if next month looked different? What if instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you had one clear payment and money left over for the things that actually matter? If you're a homeowner, that's not a fantasy. American Financing is making it happen. They're not going to judge you. They're here to help you. Everything is more expensive right now, and you're spending more on the basics than ever before. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants will give your paycheck a raise by lowering your debt obligations. Their average customer savings is $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, and you may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there's no upfront fees. There's no obligation. We all want to live without stress. Your home's equity could help you do this. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 1043 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
All right, final segment here on a Monday. One of the largest voices in the NBA world, the NBA community, is getting vocal when it comes to the Denver Nuggets. All right, we'll get to that here in just a second. Summer is calling, and we're sending you to the lake in style. Download the Denver Sports app to enter our Day at the Lake contest for your chance to win everything you need for that perfect lake day. 2 paddle boards, 2 chairs, a cooler, a pop-up tent, a Bluetooth speaker, and a $250 gift card. Download the Denver Sports app now and enter today. All right, so Bill Simmons, wildly popular, wildly successful, among the probably 2 most listened to basketball podcasts in the world. And he's been at it for a very long time, very bright individual, all right, pulled away from ESPN and created The Ringer probably a decade ago and has grown that thing out to what it is today. And he's doing a reaction show, a Game 7 reaction show with former ESPN employee Zach Lowe. And it's like over an hour episode, but in the last 2 minutes, something came up, and they're just kind of stumbled upon Bill Simmons saying this.
Oh, I'll leave you with this. Why does Denver have to trade anybody to sign Payton Watson? Fuck off. You have Jokic on your team, kids. Pay everybody. Clip this out, Denver fans. Clip this out. Kroenke's got $1 kajillion. Just pay Payton Watson and keep everyone else on your team because your owner's super rich.
All right, so this dynamic, I started talking about the week after the season ended.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, you know, the entire umbrella topic here for this offseason. It's just unfortunate. But Bill Simmons hitting on what I've talked extensively about is that the goal of the Denver Nuggets offseason will be to get below the luxury tax. All right? It's not about the restrictions of the second apron. It's not about that. It's about not getting hit with a repeater tax and writing a check for $200 million.
Well, see, that shouldn't matter when you are making $1 bazillion. Like our man just got done talking about. Like, you're making so much money, it shouldn't matter. And if you go all in and win another championship, you're only going to bring more money to yourself, and you're going to help Jokic out. That's what this is for as well. You got a great player, an all-time great player that you're trying to maximize his time here with you because at some point he's gone. Why wouldn't you want to try to run it back with a couple other players or pay some players and go into that luxury tax knowing that you have a chance to still win?
Yeah, you would like to think it's that easy of a conversation, right? We have our greatest player that we found on accident, all right? But he's here now. He's in his prime, and we are going to do everything in our power to compete for championships while he was here, or while he is here. But this goes back to, you remember at the end of the season press conference when Josh Kroenke was asked, what is the goal of the rest of the Jokic era? And he had a layup to say, win a championship. Some version of
That's
that. You know, win as many championships as we can. Some version of that. You could say it 10 different ways. But he said instead to win as many games as possible. It was right there, dude. It's a softball. And I think he had it in his mind that they already knew what they were going to, you know, what their goal was going to be. And so.
But why not lie? Like, why not lie and say what you just been saying? Like, win as many games as possible? Like, no, win championships.
And so, well, this goes back to why the Avs season can't be a success, right?
Yeah, failure, right?
It's to win championships and win a Stanley Cup. But the reality of the situation is they're going to do what they need to do to get below the luxury tax. And if you say we'll do everything in our power to win a championship and then your actions don't follow through, those words are going to be put up on a cross and crucified. And so he knew. And Bill Simmons knows. And Tim Bontemps, we're quoting him last week from ESPN.com. Yeah. He knows. It just kind of is, and it's unfortunate. And it's gonna really piss off the fan base.
It's already pissing me off.
Sure.
Just talking about it.
Sure. All right. Tomorrow we have another fun show on deck. Already some fun topics that we're gonna hit. Will we get the Jared Bednar news? When is this end of the season press conference happening? We're a week out from the end of the season, and we still don't know what's going on. Maybe we'll have more answers tomorrow on that front. We'll see you guys at 2 o'clock. We say so long. It's Denver Sports Tonight with Mike Rice and Dante Gomez coming up next.
Summer is calling, and we're sending you to the lake in style. Download the Denver Sports app to enter our Day at the Lake contest for your chance to win everything you need for that perfect lake day. You get 2 paddle boards, 2 chairs, a cooler, pop-up tent, and Bluetooth speaker. Oh, and did we mention you also get a $250 gift card to fill up that cooler? Download the Denver Sports app now and enter today. We'll see you at the lake. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Ent is becoming Wings. It's a big change. But we're not changing the way we show up for our communities, or our personal service, or the people who provide it. We're not changing locations. We're not even replacing the coffee machine. But we are changing our name. We'll probably even get some new pens. It'll be a big day for pen people. Ent Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
Who helps keep Colorado's wildlife wild? Our people do.
Hello, my name is Patricia. I've been with Chevron for over 17 years.
Her team uses GPS to track where mule deer and pronghorn roam throughout the seasons. This data helps us take their habitats into consideration when planning our operations.
When we created our comprehensive wildlife and conservation program, it was really about what was possible.
Learn more at colorado.chevron.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs.